fantastic.
My brother-in-law came over. I don't know if it's a weekend or a weekday right now.
Files are scuffed.
Everything's scuffed. Well, hello, hello. It's okay, everyone. We're all having technical difficulties here. You missed putt-putt, though. It was very fun.
I missed putt-putt? Travels through time?
It was good time, good time.
Wait, did we do D&D putt, like mini golf?
We could, but we thought about it. That would
actually be kind of lit.
There's Discord as mini golf now built in if you have Discord Nitro, and we were fucking around playing with that. Well, if someone has it, they can host it. No, wait, that one's free. The putt-putt's free for everybody. The other games you have to have Discord Nitro to do, so everyone can do putt-putt.
For everyone.
But there's it's putt-putt now. It's very cool. But well, now that we're all here and all gathered in, we can go ahead and get back into the game and see where our adventures will take us. So, just making sure everyone's here. Oh, Mello, while I do the recap and stuff, I'm gonna duplicate your character sheet. Make sure to upload a level 11 version.
Oh, I updated the stats and everything because nothing else really changed. Monks don't really get anything at level 11. But I updated
so you just
the health and the key points and all that jazz.
Gotcha. So then all you got to do, because I don't think your proficiency goes up, but for anything that it would, did you just take another level in? You can go to your features page and you can see your class levels there, and you can just push up the appropriate one
then
to
I will
whatever.
do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let me make sure that adds up. Yeah, yep. Oh, actually, my key points are too high. I should only have 10 of those. But yes, I can adjust everything appropriately.
Absolutely. Cool. Well, in that case, if we're all gathered here and ready, go ahead and get us into the recap of last week's events, and we can get going. All right. Last time, we started our journey to the labyrinth of the Lantern King, where we met with King Gubgub and his wugs, who had constructed statues of a number of the party, as well as a depiction, seemingly of foresight, of Opal wielding the trident. Entering into the labyrinth, they find the doorway to the Lantern King's grove open. Stepping through, they find a comically large sign that remarked how the Lantern King was on vacation to visit an old friend at the witch market, claiming he would be back eventually. Following the heading the arrow-shaped sign pointed towards, the group traversed an entirely unfamiliar landscape from their previous visit in the grove, and eventually wandered into the Infinite Cliff, a seemingly a cliff wall that rose seemingly eternally into the sky with no apex. And upon this wall, a doorway with a quote-unquote fey doorknob was placed, and Zekian, instinctively knowing how to use fey doorknobs, of course, opened the door as an Arclight Phoenix was unleashed from the other side. It darted by at blistering speed, and it began to swoop in for an attack until it was earthbound by Zekian as well, reducing its speed to 0 because it didn't have a fly speed. It only had a fly speed, so it couldn't move, and it didn't get to repeat the save, so it was just stuck there. And that's how that fight ended. And it brought us a little ways further, and we found ourselves in Elatrox, home of the Witch Market. And from the expansive hub, they found the familiar Tent of Mysteries. Within the tent was a cabin-like interior, and sitting across a table from them were two of the eldest themselves, Ing, the Lord of the Crossroads, and the Lantern King. Many things were discussed at this table, from offerings of the tier to Ing to the specifics of the cycle. Plans were discussed, and the importance of maintaining the balance between the courts was pressed. But we were sort of mid-deliberations, mid-conversations as we left off, and we resume back within the cabin of the Lantern King as some time has passed, and from here, the conversation picks back up. So, as you're all floating here, and it's kind of, probably been here for roughly an hour or so talking to these two, the Lantern King hovers, and his normal, bright, happy orange turns into a somber bluish color, and as he begins to continue on, I do feel regret for what happened with the whole portal thing. So many Fae disrupted from the cycle. But, kind of looking over to the tier that's been presented, perhaps and his glow goes back to a cheer like, well, no sense dwelling on what could be. And he goes back to a cheery orange. At any rate, I think I promised you all a feast. And if I didn't, I'm promising one now. Who's hungry? And you see as the table before you shifts out, like with this bookshelf actually kind of just slides away into the wall, and from it, another table extends, pushing this table into this wall where it disappears, and out extends this short but long dining table. It kind of comes across this area with an array of bountiful foods of every kind, especially a lot of sweets and puddings, as well as colorful desserts. The Lantern King kind of looks. So, have your fill. And tell us, what is your next move?
Well, I will approach and take a bite from the table. I'm expecting a prank, but I will. My nose is pushing me anyway. We've been a little bit behind the.
As you take a bite, it's a rubbery piece of meat. It just it squeaks.
I'm going to continue to chew anyway. And we've been a little bit behind our, the foes that we've been doing. And well, there's a risk that we are taking, which is that in the event that we should fail, the repercussions of that are much bigger than even our small group here. That it affects a lot more people, and the forces that we're dealing with are much more powerful than than mere mortals. We're dealing with the will of another elder. And while we might be able to overcome this group of mortals that are at Ragadon's beck and call, that doesn't mean that we will be able to prevent the next grouping that they may send to do their bidding.
No, that is why it is important we garner the followers of Radagon and bring them away from Radagon, preferably to the court of myself or the court of Ingir. It's like a game of the hearts and minds. We have to convince all of those Fae that they're wrong for supporting Ragadon. He is just a big, silly fool. That's what we will convince them of. And we are simply better suited to have their support.
That
We'll do what needs to be done to make the Feywild great.
Well, that is certainly an option, but it does not resolve the immediate threat to, excuse me, to the Fae that are living in and around the surrounds of Emberwell, that do offer you and Ing their support. Because if they are buried under thousands of feet of water, only those that are loyal to Radagon are likely to survive.
Well, think
And
about
that
it like
will
this.
swing the balance of power away from you, surely.
Think about it like this. If Ragadon does not have the followers to enact this plan to reclaim what was stolen, why would the Green Mother ever relinquish that territory? And why? Or how, I suppose, would he be able to claim it if he had no power of his own, no followers? We must deprive him of that. Isolate him.
Do you have an idea of a way to do that?
Yes. And I think so, too, does our good friend here. Zekian is a known and renowned leader of Fae. He's done it before. His banner is one they can rally behind.
My people won't rally behind me against Ragadon.
Well, us. Once they know you're in my court, or Ing's court, we'll kind of, it'll be more good in the political space, and we'll be able to back you a little more openly. And then we can bring the fight a little more directly to them, stop this plot of their heralds, and that can be a good first strike against Ragadon's incursions into the material and into our courts.
Yeah, my people won't follow an eldest.
Oh, well, I can be not an eldest, as he shifts into a version of you, if this is better. Or perhaps something a little more scandalous, and he's you, but slightly more nude.
What are you saying, you'll replace me?
No, I'm just saying I could be like a counterpart. Maybe not exactly like you, and he changes your face a little bit to be like he could be related to you, but just a little different. Could be like your brother or something. Could be cool.
So if my people can fall into your courts, you're all on board for bringing down the Green Mother?
Well, bringing down the Green Mother is tricky.
That is what
But
that tier is for.
if we could work towards, and I'll let my good friend Ing speak on this a little bit, but I know his intentions quite well. If we could work towards seizing her court and indoctrinating them into ours, that would be a good first step into ensuring Ragadon doesn't get any further, claws dug in there, because, well, between you and me, I hear a representative of Ragadon's court is actually there at the Blood Petal Throne, currently conversing with the Green Mother about some sordid activities. Not sure about all of the specifics yet, but
What's the blood petal throne?
well, that is of course the home of, well, that is the ruling place of the Green Mother. That is where she oversees her domain.
Ooh, did Opal see that place in the dream back in like episode 3?
It would have been a familiar place, yeah.
Oh.
I think, if I remember right, that would have been like just outside of the blood petal throne. Yeah, it would be, because there is when you came out, your vision would have had you on like a version of the Emberwell standing in front of what the blood petal throne's like chamber would be. So yes, more or less.
And how do we get there?
Oh, the same way you got here. You travel through the Feywild, or you find an entryway in the Prime Material. That's the easiest way. You obviously entered my court and my grove. That's a pretty easy way to do it there with my portal, of course, with the labyrinth, all that good stuff. But, well, I could direct you towards an entryway into the blood petal throne from the Prime Material, though it is sure to be heavily guarded by the Green Mother's servants.
Is there nothing you all can do?
You all, as in me?
Either of you?
Ing kind of turns. Doesn't say anything, and this Lantern King continues. Your writing. He suggests that, this is the way it has to be. You can ask Ing what that means. Even I do not know.
What's the way it has to be? We have to go and deal with the Green Mother ourselves?
We can't really go do that for you, correct?
I don't know if you guys realize what a bad sell this is. Some of Ragadon's followers get wishes, and you're offering us nothing.
Not true.
Then what help are you offering?
Well, I can give the wonderful help of a guiding advice in this world. Like I said, I can give you an entrance to the Blood Petal Throne so you can get there much more easily than trekking through the Feywild. Or, if you had something more tangible in mind, then speak. I do not wish to guess at what tickles your fancy.
You said that one of Rakadon's heralds are meeting with the Green Mother right now. Well, what if we had one of your heralds? Wouldn't that grant us safe passage into her court?
I don't really have heralds. I was kind of getting something like that after I saw him do it. I was like, that's cool. I want to get in on that. And I'm working on a few. I got one that's like work in progress, but I don't know if he's ready.
Speaking of him, well, maybe that might be a good time to figure out if he's been worth the effort. Test of character and whatnot.
But that is true. However, if you all fail and die, then who is to stand against Ragadon? It's good that I have this backup plan kept in my back pocket, just in case you all fail horribly.
So, what you're saying is, you guys won't be able to fight Rakadon. It'll be up to us.
That's not necessarily true. I just can't go with you to the Green Mother's court for reasons, and neither can Ing. That's all I said.
Go to the
Oh my god, are
Green
you
Mother
guys
and-
banned?
Something like that.
What did you do? Is this
That
about the
sounds
people
pretty
that you
meta to me.
pranked, that you got like them to fall in love with somebody and then he killed his wife or something like that?
That wasn't me. That was Ragadon.
Huh. Wait, why are you banned?
Well, Ing's not really banned, I'll be upfront. It's more of a me thing, but it's awkward. Me and the Green Mother have a past, and it's awkward now. I just can't go back over there. You have to understand. And he's turning like this, like blushing pink color instead of his normal orange.
Oh. Wait. That was a bad breakup, is what you're telling me?
It wasn't good.
Who broke up with who?
You see these runes that are floating around me on these rings?
Mm-hmm.
They limit me in some ways, and let's just say I didn't put them on myself.
Kinky. Okay.
I know. Well,
Can I
it was
get
a
a,
good prank.
Can I get a closer look at these runes and see if there's something? I mean, there's probably nothing I can do, right? It's the eldest thing, but I want to see if there's something I can do.
To like break it off, like to release them. Yeah, make a. This would be primal magic, so make a nature check. You could do an arcana at a higher DC, but it's already a pretty higher DC, pretty high DC already. So up to you.
At Arcana at a higher DC, because there's no way in hell that I'm doing it at nature.
Yeah, this looks like some advanced and complex magics that are far beyond the capabilities of yourself to be able to even imagine how to break right now.
That's intense.
Yep. And look, I feel bad here because, you know, I feel like I could, you know, if I was there, maybe I could do some things and maybe talk some words, but maybe you give her like a, I don't know, a letter or something of mine. And then, oh, that won't help. That might make your situation worse.
So you can't get within, like, what, 150 feet of her, or?
It's more of the throne room itself is one of the things. That place is warded against the eldest intruding who aren't really supposed to be there. Me especially. If I go there, really bad things will happen to me. Unless she wants us there. But I still think if I go there, bad things would still happen to me.
Why not Ing?
Ing kind of looks at you. As said, the throne is warded against other eldest. I am not unwelcome, but I would not strain my relationship there until I see more results from your end.
And what are you going to do with that too?
If it is your fate to know, then you shall.
I don't know what that means, but if your answer is nothing, then I'd like it back.
He holds on to it, and then he doesn't return it. And he just... Oh, he actually doesn't have it in his hands
To
anymore.
return it earlier. Now you're reluctant. Why?
I simply followed your request. I have my intentions with it, so I have no need to return it.
Fine. I'll do it myself. And Zeke's gonna leave.
As you depart. Oh well, that could have gone better. How about some real meat this time? And another plate slides in. I promise this one isn't made of rubber.
I will pick it up. I will
Smells
give
delicious.
I will give it a squeeze.
Feels
Doesn't-
like a tasty
Doesn't
meat.
squeak.
Doesn't squeak.
Then I will take a bite.
You bite into it and immediately taste sour gummy worm flavor, and it's very odd.
Okay. I mean,
It wasn't squeaky.
he's literally crossed rings. His fingers are always crossed.
It's true.
That literally means nothing to me.
Oh, you can't see him.
Unfortunate.
On behalf of our friend Zekian, if we go to the Green Mother's court, we will be encountering a herald of Ragadan. We will be putting ourselves in imminent peril for not just our own sake, but for the sake of the entire area of, of Alerica, of, for your domains. Surely there is some boon that you can provide to us that will, in addition to helping us reach our destination, but actually succeed in our mutual goal. Not seeing the end of this era.
I look around, and I see a number of extremely powerful individuals, each of you carrying with you a substantial amount of oomph. I struggle to imagine what I could offer to each of you that you do not already possess, but if you could think of something, I'm here for it.
Do you know who is meeting with the Green Mother? You seem to know that it is a herald of Ragadan.
Yes, I could give you that. It is
Before you give that to me, perhaps I can ask you, because we may already know. Is it Xanthus?
No. It is a herald isn't necessarily the right terminology, at least in the context that you're used to. He doesn't operate in the Prime Material. He is just a member of the eldest court, and he's a moon elf, in fact, one of the natives of the Fae. His business rarely sees him exit the Feywild, but
Is
for
this
what?
individual danger?
Much less so than you all are.
That does not exactly leave me feeling settled and safe, however.
Well, his name's Mistralath, if you were curious.
Mishirloff?
Mistralath. I'll spell that for you. Close.
Yeah, a few more eyes and other things I want it to be there. All right, I guess. Is there a plan of attack that you might be able to offer us? We've drawn a lot of blanks when it comes to figuring out how exactly we're going to deal with this Ragadon situation.
Well, I can
You
tell
can't
you
direct-
this. You're not
can't
going to
directly-
kill him in a one-on-one fight.
Not
But,
the idea.
again, cut off his followers, stop him from garnering enough power, and he will be ineffective in affecting your realm.
So if we just remove his heralds from the situation, he's not going to have enough strength, and then you guys will take care of it.
Well,
it's more
the
than
heralds, and we need to make sure a few tactical which we can help with more, yes. Once the heralds are gone, we can help more with the next stage, which is taking away Ragadon's court so that he can't do this again, effectively. The heralds, however, are pivotal in the short term. In the long term, you're right, he will just do it again if his court maintains. But short-term solution, then a long-term solution. But we can't really do the long-term without doing the short-term unless you're willing to sacrifice all of that area around Emberwell. That's up to you, though.
No, I understand that. Now, a question. Now, this might also be for Nessus here. Could we do something similar to what the gods did with like their divine gate? Could we just put him somewhere else entirely?
Sealing
Right.
something away like that, that's tough. That's tough.
Stick them in pandemonium for a while. I don't know.
Trying to put him into another plane. Ooh, tricky big magic.
No
Well-
artifacts made from like a god slaying era or anything crazy.
Lantern King looks over to Ing, and Ing looks back to him. And they look back at you. We can't tell them about that. They haven't proven themselves. And he whispers, and he looks back at him. Silence from Ing.
Proven ourselves.
Correct. Your loyalties are all over the place. You're even talking now. Look, your other friend just walked out blatantly. None of you have any commitment to anything. If we give you some power to slay an eldest, some power to slay a god, how do we know you wouldn't just use it against us?
All right, what can I give you?
Zekian came in here and just blindly offered the souls of his people
Not
to Ing
worth
after
the same
never,
thing.
never having met. I mean, if that's not blind faith in someone, I don't know what is.
Blind faith is not enough for an unequal trade. Those few souls, as useful as they can be, are not worth the ability to kill an eldest.
Okay, so what could I offer you?
These talks, in this condition, the first thing you could offer me, the head of the heralds. That's the first step. I couldn't trust that until I could until you could at least prove that you could deal with that scale of a threat. Otherwise, it'd be irresponsible.
You want us to prove that we're worthy of having the ability to kill an eldest by killing more people.
That kind of
I
tracks to
mean,
me.
that's yeah, no, that
Yes.
tracks.
Does that really bode
Did you-
well for the argument that how do we know that we won't turn this against us?
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
You know, like you a knights kill a dragon to to like prove loyalty to a king. And that's
Something
like, a
like
fairy tale
that.
thing, but
And I'm a
along
Lantern
those
King.
lines,
It's very similar.
but like a soldier, a king, a knight,
You're
they
all my
fight and
knights,
kill people.
exactly. You're
they're
figuring it
probably
out.
more competent in many ways than their leader, but it's like a thing.
Right.
I understand the logic. So we come back with those after all the heralds are taken care of, and we can be a bit more focused on just finding them and axing them. And you give us a thing to put him away.
Ing,
We could see if that'd be a fair starting point, yes.
Lantern King,
Hmm.
will you put that in writing? I would like a contract.
Aye.
Contracts aren't really my thing, not really a faith thing either. More like a verbal agreement kind of people. We kind of like just be like, yeah, we agree, and then we're agreed.
What about the handshake?
I don't have hands.
Ing has hands.
I would like a tangible
I will give you a
sign
token.
of our agreement that will bind all of us
Mark me. Burn me.
to this agreement.
You're made of fire. Put the brand on me.
That's a little
You would-
kinky for me, but I think, how about I give you this? A token of me! And he, out of his chest, opens up a little compartment where a floating talisman just emerges, and it is in the emblem of the Lantern King, which is, pretty sure it's just a lantern with a firefly in it, I believe, if I remember, just atop of the dome, as it floats forward. You keep this, only one, and as long as you have it, I will remember our promise made here today. Sound
We
fair?
bring you the head of the three. Or how many heralds are remaining? 2 remaining heralds.
Well, it's 2 more, and then there's one now, and then we've learned about another one that lives here.
Wait, do
He's
you,
not technically a herald, so he doesn't
Yeah,
count in
okay.
this.
The 2
Just the ones in the
remaining
material
heralds.
cleanse.
We bring you the
What?
heads of the 2 remaining heralds.
Wait, the heads? Like you want the actual heads, or you just want them dead?
Well, I said heads, so let's just stick with that.
We bring you the heads of the 2 remaining heralds,
Not
and you
their
confer
arm.
on us the
Not their arms.
You confer on us the ability to slay a different eldest from yourself and
I'll make the terms. All of that is yes, except for that last part. What we will provide is an opportunity for you to seal away one of the other eldest, slay. Little bit trickier. So we'll go with seal away.
Aye. Remove the problem.
We could put you on that path for certain, when the time is right. And to bring that token back, who would like to keep it? It's important you keep it.
Take it. This is pretty good at carrying things. He's a Northman.
Good.
Or I can do it.
Just
I'm not-
know, this amulet is just an amulet. It doesn't have any special protections. It will melt away in hot fire, etc., etc. Keep it safe. And you can add Amulet of the Lantern King's Promise to your inventory.
Or
Speaking of other boons that you could give us, I mean, so you couldn't really think of anything, but I had a thought, and I'll pull out the bag of tricks. What if I could pull crazier things from this bag?
That could be fun.
It could be very fun and very dangerous.
It could be very dangerous. That could be very dangerous. Give it here. If you would like, I can spend some time thinking of some fun things to put in this bag. Return it to you soon. Or
Would I
you
have
can
to-
hold on to it.
Would I have to stay here and wait for you to return it, or would you just
Nope.
find me in?
It'll get to you.
Sweet. Okay. How long would you be thinking?
Anywhere
Okay.
between 5 minutes and 5 years.
Well, that won't be very helpful against the heralds, but it'll still be very fun. Okay.
And there's a lot of time where it is useful, depending on where it falls in between. You just want to fall on this side.
Okay.
Cool. I miss this bag.
The jar of
It was
honey is
fun.
great. The jar of honey is great as well.
surprisingly
good.
useful, actually.
Good. I hoped you did something funny with it.
We met a
It-
dragonfly named Big Boss.
Ah, I've heard of him. The veteran.
He's a veteran?
You heard of him?
Of course.
That sounds like a thrilling tale.
Resta, can I borrow that?
What?
Amulet?
Yes. Thank you. I'm going to take it and I'm going to go out and see if I can track down Zeke.
Yeah, where'd Zeke go?
Be careful with it.
As you exit out of the tent, you are in the lower floor of Elatrox, which is the endless markets of the Witch Market. It is here that the Witch Markets gather caravans and travel to the various portals within the Feywild to go to the various magical forests and the Prime Material to do their Witch Market-y stuff. But all of the hub stuff is here, so this is like the biggest version of that.
I think he's just exploring the city looking for something really gnarly to drink.
Ooh. Make an investigation check for me.
Or he'll just go up and ask the nearest Fey.
Asking around, take some time. You get directed to not a drinking establishment, but a old stump in the middle of the road that is perpetually growing with this this reddish, whitish liquid that is kind of pustering with moss. And one of the locals like, "Hey, you want something gnarly? You drink that. It's Ripper."
Before we leave the tent, Sorry,
Oh, this is yeah, but this is just Zeke. See where Zeke is because Opal's gonna try to find Zeke and try to keep the timelines a little straight here.
Okay, cool.
Sure. Yeah, he's gonna start fucking suckling this tree stump, I guess.
And you start drinking. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Can I willingly fail?
Yes.
Great.
As you start to indulge in the liquid, we'll get to what happens to you in just a moment. Opal, you departed the tent to try to seek out
Yeah.
Zekian. I don't think Zekian was trying to cover his tracks. But still have to try to find out where he went. So, how are you going to do that?
I'm gonna ask. Hey, has anybody seen Vader?
You look around and you see a group of satyrs that are walking by. Yeah, right over there.
Has anybody seen a satyr without horns?
No horns, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's drinking from the stump.
What stump?
Oh, yeah. It's this stump that if you drink from, well, you just gotta go drink from it, and then you'll find out. It's just down there. You just follow you follow this clearing. Oh, well, you can't really see where. Can you see where I'm pointing with them? Oh, them peepers of yours?
No.
Ah, well, he kind of
You
come
walk
over
me
over
there.
to you. Yeah. I'd like to see this. It'd be fun. And he starts to wander off with you down to the. Well, we'll jump actually back over here. Down to the back over to the stump, as it were. Here, you see Zekian is. Hammered's not the right word, but it is a start. He's more inebriated than you've ever seen any individual. It's almost like he's taking a combination of every drug known to man put into one, and he is just like fuming on all of that. But he isn't catatonic. That's the thing. Normally, that would just kind of put you into a coma. It's as if all of these effects are going on at the same time in his mind, and he's acting as such.
Any of the good effects, or only the?
It cycles. It seems to cycle. It seems to cycle like in between good effects, bad effects, moments of clarity, moments of focus, moments of deliria, and so on and so forth. It is just a cycle of various effects that are overwashing you. It's a very chaotic brew there, Ezekian, that you're experiencing. And it's like, you see, he's had some. You should have some, and you probably won't end up like that.
Thanks. I appreciate you guiding me here.
Are you gonna drink
Hey,
any?
Zeke.
Am I able to even comprehend someone saying my name?
Yep, loosely. But again, you're cycling through states, so it's up to you. It depends on what state you think Zekian is in the moment, because you're cycling through all of these various effects. Like we'll say at a 12-second rate, every like 12 to 15 seconds,
Oh,
it's like
fuck.
another effect.
Well,
I think we can get you what you want.
great.
Can we sit?
Sure. And he'll plop down, feet out in front of him, toddler style.
And I will join you. Are we near lots of people, or are we sort of isolated?
The stump is in the middle of a walkway, but there's like a bit of a clearing from like space and a crowd, so it's a little ways away, probably like 20 feet away from the nearest person.
Shit, do I do this? Okay, I'm going to cast a first level spell. I am going to get you a berry. Cast good berry.
As you summon forth a sprig of magic and a sprig of mistletoe, and it's kind of like charge in your hands. It sprigs forth a number of berries on its stem, on the stalk.
Yeah. I'm gonna give you a berry.
Great.
Okay. What exactly is it that you want from Ing?
To do his job.
What is Ing's job?
To keep things balanced.
What if I told you that we could stop Ragadon and steal away the Green Mother?
How?
I'm going to pull the amulet out, and I'm going to show him this mundane trinket.
What
This is
amulet?
this is the amulet of the Lantern King's promise.
Mm. Okay.
Yes.
Did
And
Aster have? I thought Resta had that. That
yeah,
doesn't
and then
matter if
and then Rest.
Okay,
I
okay,
asked
okay,
Resta
cool.
for it, and Resta gave it.
Cool. Didn't hear that.
Thank you. I have to add it to my inventory, but that's fine.
There's a trade
I-
function.
Yeah,
I want
trade
it back.
feature.
you're not here.
Fuck you.
But you could use the trade feature.
Yes, no, it's fine. Oh,
Power of the trade.
thank you.
Mm-hmm. It's a good feature.
After you left the tent, the Lantern King said that they do have the power to steal away an eldest. They wouldn't share it with us until we have proven ourselves.
Who said that?
That was the Lantern.
Yeah, then don't care. Did Ing say it?
No, Ing doesn't say much.
Right. And the Lantern King says a lot. And I don't care. Whatever that thing is you're holding, it's just a necklace
It came with a promise.
from the Lantern King. I thought you said you all knew him. I don't even know him, and I know that's not worth shit. I
We
wouldn't use it
met
to
him.
wipe my hoof.
He's helped us save Emberwell before.
Whatever he's helped you do, he's helped himself, and that's it.
That made
Think
me
about
go.
it, Opal. I wasn't there, so I don't know what you did, and I don't know what he did. But if you think about it, did it really just help him?
Maybe.
Probably.
Sure,
Definitely.
Probably. If helping him also helps you and the other Fae, is that so bad?
Let me hazard a guess at what he told you to do. He said to keep on keeping on. Keep on doing what you're doing. And it'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
No, he didn't say it would be fine.
Okay, sorry. Maybe I overdid it. Just keep doing what you're doing.
More
And
or less.
probably tried to get you to leave.
Maybe.
Yep. See,
But
you're
it's-
all
but
talking
it's,
to
but
him
it's
a
all
lot.
we didn't get anything from Ing.
That's
And I'd rather
means
have
that there's
something
nothing to
than
get.
nothing.
Yeah, none of you get it still.
Zekian, then what is it to get?
The thing is, if the Lantern King is talking, he's talking out of his ass. And unless it's corroborated by Ing, it's worthless. So, if all the Lantern King is doing the talking and Ing's not saying anything or giving anything, it's because there's not anything to say or to give. And the Lantern King is just wasting your time, as he is the god of time wasting. How was the meat?
Sour.
I bet. You don't think his promise is sour too? Or squeaky? Or just a gag? I'll just hope that you all didn't give him something in exchange for it.
Haven't given anything.
Right. Then that should tell you how much it's worth.
I'm gonna march back to the tent.
As you
Oh, he's gonna flop onto the ground. Go through the phases.
in the stomp. Anon, you said you were going to do something before leaving the tent.
Yeah. I'm going to chat with the Lantern King.
Hello! Lantern
Oh.
King here.
Nanan here. I would like my Martin necklace.
Ah. What if I told you he didn't want to come back?
I would say to that I want to hear that myself.
Okay. And he says in Martin's voice, I don't want to come back. You're stinky lizard.
Not what he sounds like at all. He is so much nicer than that.
That's just what he said. I don't know what to tell you.
No, that's what you said.
No. That's what he said.
And how do I know that's what he said?
Oh, here, listen again. It's what I said for sure, Nanon. It's me, Martin. I mean it. You're stinky.
I don't
Really?
believe you at all.
What a rude friend you have. I bet you don't even want to see him anymore.
What a
Why
rude
are you
elder.
trying to stop us from seeing him so much?
That's
Yeah.
not me. I don't know what you mean. It's just me being like a telephone to Martin.
Mm.
I don't have a mouth, so you can't see it moving, and you wouldn't either way. Because it was him, Martin.
Francis, didn't he say for us to like meet him in a certain location?
Training. Yes. I want to go to the training and see him and speak with him and make sure that he is okay.
Are you sure you have time for all that? I mean, it seems like you just have so much to do, and he has so much to do, and he's just so busy. Here, let's ask him. Yeah, I am just so busy, Nanon. I don't know. You're just a stinky lizard. I don't know if I have time for you anymore. Now
We
that I have the
no
Lantern
time for
King.
this, then why is it that you are wasting our time?
I am not.
Yes, you are. So I think we have time, and I think we have time to make sure that my lifelong friend is okay.
Okay. Well, here's how you make sure. I'm okay, Nanon. You gotta believe me. I'm doing all right. I'm okay.
I mean, fourth time.
Why would I do it 4 times? I didn't do it the first time, even.
Can I make an insight check?
Yes. To your own detriment.
You don't have to. You know he's.
Well, yeah, I know. It's just like I.
Oh,
Okay.
maybe you don't know he's
Could be
lying.
telling. That sounds like Martin from what you remember loosely being described as sounding like.
I mean, I've only really known the guy for like an hour, for like maybe like a few days.
Exactly, Rest. That's me, Martin. Just tell Nanon that she's a stinky
You-
lizard and I'm fine.
I will never say that to her. She smells nice.
She hangs out in a swamp.
And swamps.
Yeah, but she
It's
touches more
calming.
water than most of you guys here.
Yeah, but it's swamp water.
Yeah, but it's
Anywho.
still water.
I guess if we.
I don't think I've
must
ever
do-
seen Resta bathe.
Water goes against my religion.
It's been a while.
I don't think
I-
Martin is smelling Nanan. He's smelling most of the other people here.
The party. That's fair.
Okay, I get it. You're not going to go away until I show you Martin show him to you. Without you talking to him, mind you, but I'll actually show him to you this time.
We'd like to be able to see him because it's at least then it's like a little bit of closure. We don't have to be questioning.
Absolutely.
Can't even
Here.
wait. She can't even get a hug. I mean, they're best friends. She hasn't seen him.
They can hug. They can be physical. I'm bringing him here. Here, just calm down. And he
Hope you're ready.
turns blue, and then a portal opens up that is also blue, and from it, Martin walks out. Hey guys, Martin here, just confirming that I am in fact A-okay. So, the Lantern King said you guys wanted to talk to me a little bit.
I'm gonna
Yes, I
cast
try
the
to
spell
move.
magic because I think it's an illusion.
Hey Mook, is this the real Martin?
Roll.
I don't know, it could be.
The spell magic check.
Martin's an NPC right now.
Whatever that shit is.
Hold on, let me just imagine these people to spell soul.
Make a check just in case. You never know. That way you don't know anything. You must make check.
Oh, to know that it's an illusion?
No, whatever. It says dispel magic.
Spells level thing.
It is a check you can make there, and make that
it's
check.
a DC 10 plus a spell level.
10 plus
if
spell
it's above
level.
Third.
If it's a spell, but I'm making you make it because you don't know. Just in case it is. Who knows? It's mind
Oh my.
games.
Yep, just a charisma check.
Oh,
Oh
Let's
shit!
fucking go.
As it disappears. Damn. You got rid of the
Seriously?
portal that was keeping him here. That was rude.
No, that was an illusion. I'm not an idiot.
No. That was the portal. You closed it, and now Martin's dead. Look what
No,
you've
that-
done.
Come on.
He killed your friend. That's
I'm-
rude.
Honest?
Okay.
Well,
I can maybe bring
Why
him
are you
back if
not
we need to.
telling the truth?
Okay, fine. If you really want to see him, I can't bring him here. You'll have to go to him.
Okay.
I mean, I could bring him here, but not anymore. You'll just kill him with killing portals.
Okay.
Look at the
He's-
level of believing my face is showing.
Okay, well, if you want to find him, he's just down the street.
Which street?
See, if you just go outside of the tent, and I'll
Mhm.
point you in the right direction.
when we go outside the tent and the tent disappears and it's like, oh, funny joke.
That's not what's going to happen.
That's exactly what's gonna happen.
Okay, well, before that happens, why haven't you taken this tier from me?
Oh, do you want to give it to me?
No. But why aren't you just taking it?
Yeah. Why aren't you offering it?
Because you're just lying to us. I don't really like you.
See, you don't believe me. I don't want to work with someone who doesn't trust me like that.
You have done nothing but lie to us.
Not true.
To be fair, I do
Then
trust you to lie.
you're
I
lying.
trust you there.
Name one time I've lied to you.
Martin was that you said Martin was here.
How do you know he wasn't?
Because I cast a spell on the illusion.
And that I was talking to Martin. And the apple. There's
On
a
the
tree.
meat.
Just
Seems-
in like the last 5 minutes.
That seems like not all of the things I've ever told you.
Yeah, no,
What
that
else
was
have I
in
told
the
But you
last
just
5
asked,
minutes.
you asked for an example and we gave you some. But anywho, what?
Give me the rest, and maybe I will believe you.
That's a lot
That
of
you are a
examples.
human selling wares in a tent.
That's more
That-
like a omission of truth than anything. Not really a
That's
lie.
still a lie.
No, I don't think so.
A lie by omission is like a thing in courts.
Not in Fey courts.
Fair. I'm not really that upset about the lies. I mean, they're kind of funny,
Hmm.
but it doesn't, you know.
I don't think he's gonna apologize, so we can chastise him for a while, but Oh.
No, this is very fun for me, in fact.
okay, well, I'm probably just gonna leave and let him do his tent disappearing thing. But it's
Nice.
not gonna be as fun for him because we know what's happening.
Well, what if it's more fun than you could possibly imagine?
A lot of fun.
Anywho, after those heralds are dead, I'll be back, and we'll talk more.
Cool. Well, get out then.
All right.
Before Marana leaves, is going to turn to Ing. So the Lantern King said that, I mean, he offered some help, and maybe there'll be help and enough time to actually do anything, but is there anything that you can offer? Like, just an example, I know Zeke lost his horns.
Do you still have them?
Zeke has them.
Here. And he reaches into a small pouch on his side, and he pulls forth this small little canister. It looks like a little, almost like a little container of a bomb, almost. It like screws off, and he hands over to you. Apply it to each in on. Stick them back on.
Thank you. And then Marana will leave the tent to let it disappear because the Lantern King's
As you
a
leave, the
liar.
tent does not disappear.
All right.
And the door opens once more, and you see Martin standing there. You sure you don't want to talk?
Do I believe it's really him? I'm
Up to
very
you.
skeptical right now.
Look, I know he can be a lot, and he gets a lot of pranks out there, but it's really me. I was kind of in on it.
I'm gonna poke him.
You feel him?
Martin?
It's me.
Are you really here right now and I'm still cutting his face and stuff?
And you're not a stinky lizard. That was just a joke. It was fun.
I knew he was lying. That's you would never say that to me.
Well, I was kind of watching. I was kind of in on it.
Yes, but you did not say it. I knew it was not you.
Does he look any different?
He does. He looks significantly more muscular. He is covered in scars. His hair has grown out, and it does look like he hasn't had a lot of time to keep it very kept. His armor is looks like it has gone through a lot of battle at this point and wear and tear, as well as having some modifications done. Looks like he's changed a lot since you saw him last. And Mook, if you want to take over from here, you can.
Okay, I was just posting a meme. I couldn't find Stinky Lizard.
I'm quite zesty.
Little zing.
Martin, you got so buff and stuff. Like me too. Look at all these muscles.
Yeah, I see. You're looking really strong.
And I'm gonna grab his arms.
He's pretty strong too.
You are very strong now. Like you were before, but it was like
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah, it's been a lot of lifting and fighting. But how are you guys?
Okay. Vivesh died. I killed Vivesh.
Well, you
He'll
didn't kill Vivesh.
he'll put a big calloused hand on your shoulder, like, oh, I'm so sorry, but it looks like you got a new friend.
This is Noachi. Noachi, as Martin would know, is Draconic for secret treasure.
Was there any place that Vivesh liked to be like scritched? Was Vivesh under the chin?
Probably like up on the forehead.
Yeah, he'd probably do the same thing.
have you been doing? What have you been doing here? I have not seen you in a long while. Why have you not come home?
Truth be told, I don't really know the way home, or I didn't for a while, and now it's I don't know.
Hey, now you
feel
can come
better.
with us now.
Opal, around this time, you're making your way back to you're making it back to the tent. And you see Martin standing there talking. Well, you don't see, but you know what I mean. You sense actually, build-wise, very different, but the sound of the voice sounds familiar enough that you can recognize it.
He also like senses key.
Yeah. But it's gotten buffer. The key's gotten buffer too.
Oh shit.
Mhm.
He's gone past the level beyond.
There's probably even I don't know how much you could sense, but they might be even
Does
made
he
a
still
little
have
ominous.
eyebrows?
Still what?
Does he still have eyebrows?
Oh, Super Saiyan 3, the eye knuckles.
True.
Does he?
Got there.
That is the good good Super Saiyan.
Is to know whether or not he took it to a level even further beyond.
If his hair is long, his eyebrows are probably there.
Was
He
Martin
ain't there yet.
Martin didn't
Only
see-
two.
He's still cooking.
Martin didn't see the end of Cobram, right?
No. That was with Nephthys.
I guess I'll walk up to Martin. I'll do the face pat that we did when we first met.
Oh, yep. Remember that one.
Yeah, it's everything's different. Like you can feel the bones are kind of still in the same place, but also not. You feel they have been just by you would know this by being able to having this like radar sense of a lot of people's bones. The bones look like they have been broken and reset many times and they have calloused and thickened from that process. Every single bone looks like it has had some sort of scar, fracture, or shattering. It's been a lot.
I will put a berry of the berries from Goodberry into Martin's hand, along with the remaining letters from Cobram's mansion, and just say, Cobram will not be back to.
First he takes the berry from you and he goes, "Oh, is this one of Gub Gub's?"
No, but I do have one of those. If you want that instead.
I don't
Is that from your
remember.
original
You want to
trip?
get absolutely blasted.
I don't know if Martin's ever had one of Gub Gub's. One of his
Sure, you know what,
berries.
fuck it. Yeah, I'll
Oh
give
no,
you my
he was
last Omniberry.
he's oath of the crown, so he never took it because that was against the law.
Oh, okay. So then never mind. I won't do
Well, what
that.
about now?
Well,
You cool man.
now he's willing to take it.
And now you're cool.
Yeah.
All right, I'll give you my Omniberry.
Martin's
you give
cool.
him that
Give him
berry,
the
and like
drugs.
you come out of the container that you kept it in, and it is like fermented in there for how long it's been in there. It doesn't smell bad. Like it doesn't smell like it's like sick. It actually smells sweet, but it's kind of like a little juice almost in there. Like, like a shot's amount of juice that like will do something.
You get drunk and high at the same time with one of these fucking things.
He pops the berry and he's like, "Sworn out."
And then I'm gonna just continue into the tent. Good to see you, Martin.
It's good to see you too. Maybe with Cobram dead, that's why I feel better.
You push past
it
and go into the tent, and it is empty now. It is just where Ing and the Lantern King were. They no longer are.
Oh, can I have the amulet back? I said I'd keep it.
Oh, he was my ride.
Oh fuck! You want to walk with us till we get?
Wait,
out of
did you follow me into the?
If he abandoned you here, that means clearly you have to come with us.
Yes. And then we go back to our home and speak to your mother, and maybe she's probably
yeah.
a bit better now. And then we take like, I don't know, a week-long trip around the countryside, seeing all of our friends.
He has done this a few times where he just leaves me out in the middle of nowhere and I have to find my way back. At some point, if I were to try to leave, he'd probably grab me.
Is he not letting you leave?
I can go. I just
Do you want to?
soon.
I mean, because if you want to, we'll help you. We'll break you out of here.
But I don't know if I can yet.
Something coming.
If what I've been hearing is right, sounds like it.
Like something that you're gonna have to deal with on your own.
Uh,
Since change completely.
not on my own, but I don't think I could help you guys right now, even still.
When this is all said and done, you should come back and at least say hi to your mom. She misses you.
Oh yeah. As soon as we're done here, I'll be in Emberwell. You meet me there, or
Okay.
I'll find you if it's still going on.
Or
You don't want to come home?
Not yet. As much as I want to see her, I think just a little bit longer.
not ready yet.
Yeah, not ready yet.
I've missed you.
I miss all of you. I'm sorry for kind of the end there, but I thought about you guys a lot while I was here.
And you are happy here, doing the things that you are doing and getting buff and stuff.
It took a while, but yeah, I'm getting happier.
You said you wanted to see your mom.
Yeah, at some point, yeah.
Marana will pull out the orphan. Marana will pull out the orphan top and give it to Martin.
Oh, what does this do?
Oh, let me have the party train. I'll send it to you.
Well, I don't know if I even have.
I'll send it to after this. So you
Okay.
can- and you can delete it now.
Whoa, why are you giving this to me?
What is this? An orphan. He uses it. Mommy. She's like 1,000.
So Martin takes it.
Oh shit. Yeah, let's spin this shit. Bop.
As it spins. Two figures appear. One of the familiar form of Martin's mom, and the other is a figure you have yet to see. It is a figure dressed in long, flowing red robes that also seem like battle regalia, and wearing atop his head a spectacular crown that isn't too much. It's still quite modest, and this old man is still quite muscular and still quite jacked, but the face has seen many decades. A long, white, flowing beard comes down to his chin, and gray, wispy hair sits from behind the crown, but it is a full, I shouldn't say wispy, it's like a full head of hair, actually, but it is long and gray, and it kind of hangs down to his shoulders. Those of you who are from Alarica would recognize this as the depiction of the River King.
What a prince.
Martin takes a look at his mother, but after he's gotten like a good look, once he looks at his father, he stops the top immediately, and he like puts it in his pocket. He goes, "Oh, thank you so much, Marana.
Mhm.
This is a great gift."
Actually, especially with like Martin's hair grown out, very similar visage with like even Martin's probably gotten like a little bit of a long scraggly beard at this point, and his hair as much as a 20-year-old can grow at this point. I think he's 20 at this point, and you know, long flowing hair at the ends too. So it just like a very similar image to the depiction.
You should be grateful for your parents' genetics.
Mm-hmm.
Well, grateful for the frame. Now I finally have some meat to put on it.
Yeah, never mind. Well, Martin, I'm going to keep you to your word on that. Hopefully, see you in a few months.
I'm gonna tell you what, guys. I'll try as hard as I can. See if we can't get this out, like, be done as soon as possible. But seeing you guys here really, it was rejuvenating, honestly.
Well, good to see you. I mean, guess I don't know you super well. I'm sure everyone. There's a lot of people that miss you.
Oh, Martin, he sees your ear, and I think he didn't notice at first because you have the cover on, but he goes, "Oh, what happened there?"
Oh, her like points to Marana. Her like kind of boss, adoptive father, uncle, kind of uncle.
Uncle's good. Well, not
Her-
really uncle, but uncle.
Her uncle cut off my ear.
When you say it like that, it's like you were innocent in the cutting off of the ear, but you did kill someone.
After I was turned into a T-Rex, alright? I wasn't exactly all there.
I mean, this was after you killed the dwarf. So you had killed two people at this point.
Assisted suicide.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna kind of like make a tight grip. Rest. I know we didn't know each other that well, but I'm sorry that happened. If I was there, I would have stopped it.
It's the past. It was a bit extreme. Shit happens. Somewhat in a better spot. I died. That was neat.
Oh, you too.
Yeah. I think everyone here except for Nanon at this point.
Not Nef's raising him. Yeah, technically not.
Oh, and Nefsis too. Sorry. Really? And like the whole about. Yeah, not one. I guess he didn't have anybody to bring you back.
He's so old. I mean, every night he goes to sleep, he's practically dying.
We are people of gods.
If I don't wake up with coffee, I practically am dead. Well, I knew. I mean, of course, Nanon wasn't gonna die. Look at her.
Yeah, she's ripped now. Her pythons are sick.
She's the strongest one here.
Because they're reptiles. Kunk.
You guys are lucky Nanon didn't eat you first if you did die.
We were talking about it, and I've been following what you recommended, making sure that they are okay with being eaten first.
We have learned the powers of consent.
And also, hopefully, the powers of resurrection.
That's the two.
Do I? Do I know this? One of us knows the name.
Yeah, this guy over here and also her occasionally.
I think Mark technically him too. Yeah, bringing people back from the dead's not hard. You just need diamonds. Anyone can do it.
Yeah, it's crazy. The rich are able to live like significantly longer.
We should destroy capitalism.
I agree.
Communist campaign. Well,
Alright.
as another
We've got
Martin
some-
comes back behind you and puts a shoulder around the other Martin. That was a good chat, wasn't it, guys?
You have a
What about you, other
twin?
Martin?
Oh, guys, meet Martin.
This is Martin.
Hi,
I'm
Martin.
And this is Martin.
And we're
Is
Oh
there-
Martin.
my goodness, all of the confusion. What is happening?
If you spun around a bunch of times and you were just like, you kill me, no kill me. Which
I'm
one
just
is you?
here. I'm
I
just
know
here to
what-
say, Martin, we got to be getting back soon. But also, hey, you didn't. The Lantern King is a cool guy. He's very chill, very understanding,
Super chill.
very cooperative, and wants to show good faith. So here, he wants me to give you this. Who to give it to? He didn't really tell me which one to give it to, so I'm going to give it to...
Oh, Martin, I have an idea.
Yep. What's the idea, Martin?
Okay, Martin, so what if we just do eeny, meeny, miny, mo?
But together?
Yeah,
At the
yeah.
same time?
Yeah.
Okay. Starting
Well,
at
who
the
are you
top.
starting at?
Well, let's see.
Why
You see
don't we
the-
both start at different places and see if we end up in the same place?
Yeah, let's just do that.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by the toe.
And if the
And
lizard
If
crow.
he
eeny,
E
meeny,
hollers,
army,
let
let
him
go.
go.
I've just been pointing at Opal,
I'm on a non.
but there's a tiger in the story.
That's true. Let's just give it to her to be
She's
safe.
more like a,
Is it a
she's not like
bag?
tiger, she's like a leopard.
No, it's a map, so it's kind of funnier this way because she can't read it. So I think it
It's
is
funny.
the best option.
I'm gonna give it to Opal. That's actually really
Here
good.
you go, Opal.
I could read the map. Okay. No,
What is
no one's
it?
good at reading maps.
You
I'm
go
really
there.
good at reading maps.
You'll
Letters
get to
not
the you'll get to the blood petal throne, no problem. If you still wanted to do
No
that,
problem.
he said he was gonna give it to you, and he did. The Lantern King delivers every time.
Lantern King, baby!
Lantern King, high five, other
High
Martin.
five!
High five. Nice.
You guys should probably get a bath.
Yeah, you're smelly.
Exactly what I've been telling them this whole time.
We've been fighting a war.
You guys never touch water. It's a
They make
problem.
spells for that, I think.
Hmm.
We're not exactly blessed with arcane casters. It's all divine now.
Yeah, I guess
nature-y.
divine people are just stinky.
Stinky gods.
Aye, the reeks of pious.
I
Well,
think I heard somewhere that if you take a bath, then you risk washing away like all of the blessings that your gods provide with you.
that's why you gotta bathe in tomato juice.
Mm.
Seals it in.
Or swamp water.
Mm,
You get a layer of olive oil on your armor, really soaks it in.
Mm.
and then bake in the sun for a few hours at a time, and
And the
it'll
Lantern
be
King's the
perfectly
sun.
golden crispy. It's
It's
kind
perfect.
of the same difference. Yeah.
Well, I think we've got a friend who's
A third Martin comes out. So, other two Martins, it's been a while. I think it's time we get back to the
Martin
training
number
ground, other
3. Do you
Martins.
also have a thing for
Now I'm
us?
starting to get confused.
I think that
Fourth
Martin
Martin
has
comes out.
myrrh.
Hey, other three Martins, cut the shit. We've been gone for a long time. Lantern
my
King
God.
wants us back.
Oh, they sent that Martin?
Y'all better hurry before they send the last Martin.
Well, didn't you hear the Lantern King? He said he needs more heralds. He's trying something, and apparently he wanted to make sure we're all on the same page. So we got Martins,
Martin's
but
not
he's the
here.
real Martin, I think.
Is he
Yeah,
pointing
he
to
is.
the first Martin or is he to a different Martin?
It's getting a little mixed up at this point. Yeah, he's pointing to me. I'm the real Martin, I think.
No, I think it was the third one.
You're all.
I thought it was you.
Oh, is it me?
Well, we're all really Martin at the end of the day, if you think about it.
5th and 6th Martin come out, and they're like, guys, what the fuck?
I'm going
Anyways,
to hug my Martin.
which one is yours? The true puzzle begins.
I rolled a wisdom 18 if that helps for anything.
It would be the one with the top, because I'm sure.
The one with something in his pocket.
Yeah.
You using the wisdom to connect the dots, that's actually a good point. You're like, it's probably the one with the top. And you hug that one.
Yeah, he's a big hug back.
I don't think he's
Oh,
the real one. I
impression
think
is-
you should have hugged
With-
me.
I think still less strength than you.
Maybe.
really good to see you, and I'm really glad that you are happy here. And I'm really, really glad that maybe there's like an end time to when you maybe here and coming home, and then we'll do a whole parade, and then I
All the
will-
Martins could be there at the parade, and we could have like a parade of Martins.
Yeah, when we're done, we'll all go, and we'll see you there.
We'll just inhabit Emberwell. It could be all of our homes. I'm sure Mom wouldn't mind.
It's like 300 Martins in Emberwell.
Population, a new race has been created, the Martin race.
Martins, we might have to figure out how to build a bigger house.
I think between the 300 of us, we could do it.
That's a veritable army. Anywho, we should probably skedaddle. I think somebody is getting antsy.
Well, I have to give this to Zeke anyway. So
Who?
What the fuck just happened?
Also, Opal, can I have my amulet back?
Sure.
Thank you.
You can
I
use
said
the
I'd take
trade
one for it.
feature to send it back. But since this is ooh, didn't mean to make a text there. We'll take our break here because it's at our normal break time. So let's take a solid 15-minute break here and get back at 15-minute-ish, more like 13 minutes, and get back at 11:20. That's the number. All right. Get back to the second half after that. See more Martins then. Martin.
It's just that
That's
it's
a
got
lip
some
reading
narrative
skill.
dissonance.
What the fuck?
We're gonna find out.
Where are you seeing basic tech?
It's under
Basic tech
technique and
is
skills.
It's one
yeah,
of the
bottom
technical
right,
I know
on the
where
first
any of these
page.
skills are located.
Yeah,
Weapons
yeah,
tech.
exactly.
What's your
Tech.
skill in accounting?
I'm pretty sure basic tech
Or
is
rather,
if you
What's
want
your bonus to your
weapon-sized
composition
classes or just
stat?
regular Black Ops?
Oh, my
Like your essay
composition
writing
stat.
skill? Yeah.
Oh, that's composition like that. Okay, that's not
Yeah,
how
like
they-
composition.
Yeah. I was saying composition in a different, like, arty term.
Yeah.
I
So
see it. I see the skill, but that's silly.
So stupid. Whole
Why
thing's
is
stupid.
business and bureaucracy a separate skill?
Because-
Genuine question.
Because the sheet is rectangular and they needed to keep an even spacing, so they just had to fill some space, okay?
But why didn't they split up the ones you said? Like
That's
that you said
why-
should be split up.
That's why when you take something as niche and narrow as science as a whole, you only need 2 slots for it. But when you have something like local expert, you get 3.
For your
Because
house.
there's way more things to be a local expert about than there are sciences in existence.
Correct.
Obviously. And you know what? We should, rather than giving an extra slot to science, let's just do personal grooming.
Just a little personal grooming as
Let's
a
just do
skill.
it.
What does it mean if you're bad at it? What happens mechanically? Are you just smelly?
The corpos probably don't like you very
I
much.
I guess
Uh,
so.
Like, what's the point of the trading social skill? Like, you have bribery is its own thing, also, and also streetwise, and also persuasion, and also conversation. So you can be a suave, hyper convincing, mega conversationalist who's a master at bribing, but you can't get a good trade to save your shit.
Couldn't do it. Not allowed. Don't know how
One
to port the
is-
strings.
Taking value, and the other is providing.
Completely different skill set.
Yeah. Oh, see, then they should break it up into giving and providing, or whatever, taking and provide, whatever. Fuck this character.
How good are you
There's a
taking or how good are you receiving? What is it?
It's a contortionist skill. Sick.
Yeah, there's a contortionist skill, obviously. However,
Sick.
also,
It's what
Dan,
you need, just the essentials.
also, you gotta have lip reading as a skill, like not as a language, but like as a physical skill.
The skill you learn.
And then conceal/reveal object is very different from fuck, let me find it. Whatever they called sleight of hand in this.
Well, to
Pickpocket.
keep you from going too deep down the rabbit hole,
Nah,
let's-
we in this now. He asked
we're
her asked
in
a
the
stupid
rabbit
question.
hole.
Fuck this system.
Fuck.
Yeah, okay, I found the original edition's character. It's less infuriating, surprising.
Better
Because
system
at least it looks like
confirmed.
it's from the 1980s.
Better system confirmed. Ideal.
I've
See,
heard
this
that the
one
only thing
at
wrong with
least has the
2020 is that
audacity
it has like
To have
real
martial
weird
art
dissonance.
1, 2, and 3, because there's
Mm.
clearly more than one martial art. The new version doesn't. They said the only thing
But
is
you couldn't
karate.
possibly learn more than 3. It's impossible. You can only store 3 martial arts in your brain.
Oh,
It's
see,
too
but then the
full.
original has piloting for gyro. I assume that means helicopters. Pilot fixed wing for fixed wing aircraft, definitely. Pilot dirigible in case you need to be really good at flying a fucking blimp. And also pilot vector thrust vehicle. Whatever that means.
It thrusts on a vector, you see.
Clearly.
This feels
Submachine
anti to the
gun is a
cyberpunk.
stat.
and Mac-
Kiss my ass. This is such a
Okay, but-
stupid system.
All of these like slots feel anti to the cyberpunk genre about like capitalism and the way that it like informs this genre
Right,
because
like,
if it
here's
was really
another-
capitalist, it would all
this
be
is
the same.
Definitely a skill that you need in Cyberpunk 2020. Anthropology.
Yeah.
Naturally. You got to know about the human race.
No, anthropology is like the cultures and stuff. So I mean, I guess.
Yeah,
but-
obviously
you
in
wouldn't need it.
Cyberpunk where there's one fucking culture.
No, there's not. There's different
Japan.
cultures.
No, there's just
It's all
Japan.
Japan.
That is not true at all.
Oh, Japan.
no,
It's just Japan. It's just
All the way
what if
down.
Japan won? That's Cyberpunk. Anyway,
Arasaka is the biggest, like,
I
corp.
guess we can go
in,
back.
in Night City, yeah, Arasaka owns Night City.
Yeah, and that's the whole
That's the setting.
setting.
Is that the whole?
That
That's
is
the
the
main setting.
entire setting.
That's the Sword
Yes.
Ghost right there, baby.
If you can check the source book, you can check Cyberpunk 2020 source book, you can check Red, whatever you check, it's just Night City. That's it. It's the only place
Yeah,
it exists. Nothing else matters. So
Yeah,
the
but with a
system
good
is designed for
anthropology
Night
skill, you
City.
can get into
Why
like the
fuck do you need
subcultures.
anthropology when the
And
answer
the
is just
subcultures.
weeb? That's it.
The voodoo boys, like the subcultures.
Fine. It's Japan, and then there's the token fucking Haitians on the corner, and they don't matter, by the way.
You literally can't even start in the voodoo boys in the game, so literally they don't
Just
matter.
They don't matter.
It's true. It's true.
All
Well,
that matters is Japanese, street trash, and Murica, and you don't need anything else.
it's true.
I
That's
hate it
true.
here.
Japan is Corpo's the best one. Why would you even do the others? They're just not interesting.
That Street Kid was pretty fun.
Oh, family.
It's just
If you're talking about the actual game,
Yeah,
like
I'm talking about
Corpo doesn't narratively make sense compared to Street Kid. Street Kid's clearly the canon one, but
Yeah.
we'll get
it's
into anyways rabbit holes. So jumping back into the game,
anyway.
as it
There's your
were.
answer, Aster. Shit character sheet
Shit
means
game.
shit system.
Bad game, sucks.
Don't want to learn it. Don't care.
But jumping back into the game that isn't terrible.
Eh.
5e plus some additions, great.
IV with lots of additions.
With a good new source book, a fungal
With a
one.
full revamp.
Yeah, but it's revampable. That's what matters.
True. I'm sure this game is also revampable by just using a black Sharpie on 80% of the
stop.
skills on the sheet, and then
Just
suddenly
stop
it's
using
playable.
it. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Well, at any rate, jumping back in, we all gather as the other Martins all gather up and they say, well, it's been a pleasure, but we have to get going. Martins form the Martin chain. And they all link up hand to hand and start to wander off together to find their way home.
One's holding the door, and they go, "Thank you, Martin. Thank you, Martin. Thank you, Martin."
Before
Thank you,
Martin
Martin.
leaves, I want to, like, using my claw or something, take off one of my larger scales. Martin. Take this with you to remember me, okay?
Yeah, of course. He takes it, and like taps against his head, and like finds somewhere to put it on his armor that it will stick.
Absolutely. And with that, they depart and head back to their Martin homeland, be with the other Martins where they can frolic and roam.
The image of Martin just sleeping over a field.
They're at peace now at the farm.
They're all in heavy armor, so just like clank, 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 clank.
Follow the yellow brick road.
So, it is everyone but Zekian gathered here. Zekian has currently, is in and out of consciousness, laying next to the stump. Or in and out of awareness, I should say. But the rest of you are at the tent still. So, you all gather here.
He's using
Multiple-
copious amounts of drugs to try to fire off the 3 neurons that exist in his head to think. He's never thought before, but he's given
Now-
it a shot.
You
It's
get
now
like
two,
image. You
one
get
of them
like
died.
exactly. You get the two. You get lose one, but the two bang together every once in a while, and you get like a spark of thinking for just a second.
He's getting it.
Usually when like a more focused drug kicks in, but then it quickly gets washed away a few seconds later by whatever comes next. So it's like images are like building and compounding, but very slowly.
He's mentally removing his aphantasia.
Yes.
Well, did you find Martin when you left, or did you just come back because you couldn't find him?
You mean Zeke?
Yep, that's what I meant, not Martin. What's wrong with me?
Yeah, you were.
There's just
you
so
were
many
here
of
for
them.
the whole Martin bit. No, I found Zeke. Zeke's drunk.
Drunk.
or high, or both, or something.
Zeke said he didn't drink.
Yeah, he drank. Um,
Had a lot of shit to deal with.
he's not pleased with the response of Ing and the Lantern King. He doesn't trust the promise of the Lantern King. Um, but you know, we're gonna have to do something. We're gonna have to make a choice, and then we're gonna have to pursue it, and we're gonna have to pursue it to the end.
Yep.
At this
What
point,
you're saying is,
or run, or we split ways, because otherwise somebody's got to do it, and I don't know who's gonna be the one, whether it's us or whether it'll have to be someone else.
so I shouldn't tell him I told you so when we see him, right?
I mean, you can. He might not remember it when he.
Oh no, I
is
want him to
over.
remember this, so I'll wait.
Well,
Well, what was the "I told you so" part? The part where
Oh, yeah, before we came here, I told them that the Fae were just gonna send us at the problem again because they're selfish
right.
at their
What?
core.
Okay, so what are our other options? Do we have any other options? Have we exhausted everything?
we can just start tracking down the Water Lords. I've got a bit of information about where Revifalon is. Last place is seen, information about his habits, what he looks like. He'll have a kind of a hard time trying to escape me.
I mean,
our
That's
only
worth
lead.
something.
I thought we already decided that that was a waste of time and that we were just
Right.
gonna go after the Warlord himself.
Well, we were just told by gods that that any attempt to try and fight him directly is going to be useless, and while it may not necessarily be completely honest, I'm going to at least either feign ignorance and hope for the better, or believe what he's saying. And if it turns out wrong, well, we have at least made some progress. We need to get him weak enough for them to be able to do anything. And
So the Lantern King isn't gonna step in and do anything about Ragadan directly, or the Green Mother for that matter.
I can't.
Ing, it's unclear. It seems like it is also a no. I know we talked briefly about, you both beseeching your deities.
yeah, the scale and think how
All three of you, for that matter, actually.
I mean, the best we can do is try to find a way to kill him. I don't think. I mean, if I was an eldest, I wouldn't tell a group of adventurers how to kill another eldest,
Right.
even if it was an easy thing to do. So I can ask my god.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how long that process takes. Realistically, everything we do takes time, and the more time that we take, the closer that Ragadon's going to get to what their objective is. So, if we're going to do that, let's go find somewhere to do that.
It's maybe still worthwhile in killing the heralds. They have enough tears. They've probably got them in the shrines. So if Ragadon's not here, there's something else that they're waiting on or doing. So we can still maybe stop them before they bring him here.
and we do know that it weakens Ragadon's power.
Yeah, losing followers also weakens his power. So we can kill heralds, and we can, I don't know, if we find a church of them, we can blow it up.
Will Zeke
Or
come
convert
with
them.
us? Will
If he
Zeke
doesn't,
come
then
with
that's
us?
if he doesn't, then that's going to have to be his problem because we can't bank everything on one guy.
This is the path that Ing wants him on. Isn't that his god? Or is he gonna lose him too?
Zeke isn't very into gods. I mean, he tries, but
If I'm understanding correctly, he just gave him a rock filled with dead fae. I feel like he's trying to do the god thing.
yeah. But then when he didn't get what he wanted, he marched out and said he'd do it himself. So
The divines work in mysterious ways. Maybe it's a way to motivate. I don't.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I'm sure
Lord.
that he's in support of stopping Ragadon still, but I think he's. I mean, saying that his mind is clouded with the desire to stop the Green Mother. I mean, saying clouded is probably not accurate. It's just
He seems real focused on it.
more in the forefront of his mind. And
And when we left you guys in the Feywild,
sorry, say that one more time.
what happened when we left you guys in the forest with the Fae?
I mean, didn't he just tell you?
No,
No.
I mean was vague about doing something like a bunch of. No. He said along the lines of like he had Fae remove themselves from the cycle, so new Fae can come in.
Yeah.
And he said that he found a tear, or he got a tear.
He made one out of.
He didn't say he found it.
He made it. The same way that the orcs are making.
He told Ing that tear was made from the souls of Fae. That's what Zeke did in the woods.
Okay. Well, no
Which
wonder
is also
he
a
chose-
giant red flag, but I kind of get it, I guess.
I mean,
What?
he didn't force them. They chose to.
And there are soldiers that kill dozens of people that choose to do it. They're not forced. But if they believe it's right, then, they lose their lives. I'm not
Yeah.
going... It happened. It's already happened, so there's nothing we can do about it now.
But my
Makes more
point.
sense why he stormed out.
I'm
Right.
sorry.
So he managed to convince like a bunch of different people to just not live anymore.
Yeah, that's a very oversimplified way of viewing it, but yeah, I guess. I don't know, honestly, because I wasn't actually present while this was occurring. Zeke, did you actually tell Opal, like, the part about, like, the living being trapped in the cycle is like a prison of life and like that part of it, or did you just?
Yeah, you were there for the speech.
Okay, so I know that like that's the reason.
Opal
Okay,
knows everything that happened.
Yep.
okay,
You know
All right.
all of it. The only thing that you don't know is verbatim what is on his body.
yes, okay, and I
But
don't know
that's
what
it.
that is, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. For the Fae, it's life is not the same as it is for you and I. We get one, and we all will do the most with that one that we can, or we at least think we do, or we try to.
And you guard it like a precious little egg, and you survive.
Exactly, and if we had it our way, we would stave off death at every turn. For the Fae, they don't actually have that choice. When death comes for them, they don't actually get to leave,
There's
come
nothing
back.
that pushes them to.
and then they come
improve.
back, and then they come
Right.
back,
They
and
must
they
be very tired.
retain their memories from lifetime to lifetime to lifetime, and after hundreds and thousands of years of life, that starts to feel less like living and more like imprisoned.
This guy fucking gets it.
Mhm.
It's a faith.
It's a fight thing.
Must be faithful.
She
I
gets
don't
it.
understand why to not survive all of a sudden.
Yeah, I might also be code switching into Sylvan, like as I say some of these things. Probably because some of the like meanings like don't have actual translations in common. But anyhow, that's why. So when I say that he convinced, I mean I'm not even gonna say that he convinced them. They just agree with the sentiment, and that's part of why Zeke wants to get rid of the Green Mother, because the Green Mother is the embodiment of the cycle that and binds the Fae to this cycle.
Well, that seems like a noble cause. it is not something that, I mean, he's been pressing us for time since we've met him. We don't have the time to deal with. While these people might be in prison, they're currently alive, and if we go and deal with the Green Mother now, that might not be a thing that we can deal with. You know, all the people sitting there in Emberwell, gone.
Captain's mom.
I mean, I don't disagree with you. That was the whole reason we set out on this to begin with. I don't see why we can't do that and help Zeke at the same time. It'll just, I don't know if I'm going to be able to convince Zeke to press pause on pursuing the destruction of the Green Mother alone.
I mean, he doesn't have to. We can just convert the people in Emberwell. That reduces her power and increases the Lantern King's.
Zeke is apparently very good at convincing people to do things that they already sort of want to do.
Right, but I don't know whether that's the case in Emberwell. There's the Church of the Green Mother, where we've sort of ingratiated ourselves a little bit. They may listen to us.
If we convert them to Simonia, it's like easy switch. Like they're both kind of like, hey, we live in green things.
Very, very similar.
That
Exactly the same, except without being fake.
1-to-1.
I don't.
And
I'm not going
it's
to.
better because lizard. And like they already like me so much already, probably.
Zeke also doesn't believe in the Lantern King's promise of that amulet. He says it's probably worthless.
I mean, the Lantern King did tell us himself it was worthless.
Yeah, he's right.
Like so decided. Everyone's converting to Simonia, and then maybe she'll talk to me.
I guess. Well, that's an idea. That brings us back to the conversation about like pleading with your gods for help. If not, you know, direct help, then like maybe pointing us in the direction to find something to help us fight, or find who we need to take out so we can get this done a lot faster.
Information.
Yeah, I can.
Information.
We can
seems to be
try. I'm sure Nanan will try too, but I still think until anything's decided, it sounds like best course of action is try to look for a herald anyway.
Agreed.
Find the herald, find the church, and have a big barbecue. We eat for days, guys.
Okay. Now, I guess we should probably do the rest of this conversation with Zeke involved. Although I'm curious.
It'll have to be tomorrow.
If he's.
Well, we should at least go gather him and probably
Yeah,
either leave the Feywild or look at this map. I'll open the map and hand it to somebody who can read a fucking map.
That map is in Braille. Only you can read it.
Is it actually in Braille?
No. You've been pranked.
That would have been so sick if it was.
I'll hand it to Marana.
But then it wouldn't have been a prank.
I feel like Manon. I mean, go ahead.
Marana's like, okay, so we're here, and why did you give this to me? Here, Nanon, can you read this?
I thought it would be a good prank.
You just got pranked. Great prop work.
I am reading the map, and it is great. And
allegedly, it will take us to the Blood Petal Throne, which is somewhere that Zekian would like to go, probably to murder the shit out of an eldest.
And you see, it is marked here on this map of Valerica where it would take you. It is a simple. This mountain range right here is marked like. Oh, why does it say? Oh, I'll fix the new text.
The Zarek
Oh wait,
Mountains.
I can. Wait a minute. I can do
these
this.
mountains.
I have a. I don't have that here, but I can make a new one right here. I'll use this. Look at that. It's beautiful.
Whoa.
Didn't we hear that
Thanks.
Revifalon was chilling in Akravern?
That
don't
is
know,
a
did
place he was spotted in.
Well-
So last place I found we were able to like track him down, Akravern, and he it might still be there. It would be the place to check.
I mean, that just seems like we head that way for two things.
Wait, why are we going to the court of the Green Mother? Are we beseeching her? Or...
Well,
Kill her! Let's fucking beat her ass! Let's go! Fuck her
We don't
up!
think that with
Yeah!
Zeke she's gonna give us help. We can. I mean, if that's where the last place we've heard one of the heralds being, we should still go to that city. But we have to decide what we're doing if we're going to the Green Mother.
right, that's the question. I have no idea what I know nothing at this point. I am throwing options on the table because.
Well, you're saying it's a good idea. So, what's your pitch?
Well, the pitch is that it will encourage Zekian to go that way to help us kill a herald.
That's okay. And then what do we do once we kill the herald? And Zeke is ready to go kill the Green Mother.
What you
Well,
won't do
maybe
because
we'll
he
find
knows that
something.
it's impossible.
I don't think he'll. I think he'll just be mad at her for a while, but I don't think he's stupid enough to believe that he can actually kill one. After all the spit and fire he said to us about not being able to fight Revifalon, I doubt he's going to do the same thing.
Well, it seems like you have an opinion here, so just you tell me. Do you think Zeke would be willing to let us make a pitch to her?
No, I don't.
All right, then we should avoid it at all costs.
We can burn the map and just not deal with it.
What?
We can just keep the map. Not.
I suppose. I'm used to not
I
leaving
like
evidence.
I like
keeping
fire.
the map. I'm
Yeah.
on favor of keeping the map.
So, what are we doing instead?
Hunting
mean,
down
Akravern
Revifalon
is-
and Akravern, anyway.
Any
This last
research to
place-
see if we can find a way to accomplish goal of killing the
Oh.
River Lord,
I
Water
mean,
Lord?
we've got two. We've got two heralds to kill.
And some Fae to convert if we run across them.
Pay to convert. Well, I assume we'll have to go through Emberwell to get on the road to Akravern. I don't know actually how to get there. I've not ventured that far north before.
We're currently on the eastern side.
Correct. You'd be like over here.
Well, we
There's-
could just fly.
That's a lot of time for those dragonflies to fly. We're gonna need a boat.
Oh, I don't have the miles on here. I need to. Do I have a
It's
scale?
only
What do I have a
15 feet
scale?
away.
It's only 15 feet
Oh,
away.
look.
Whoa!
Like
So
a jump
I can
there.
jump rope from
That's
there.
one big jump.
It's a
did I
hop, skip,
fix
and a jump
any
away.
of the scales here. Oh yeah, that's right. I know how to do this. You keep deliberating. I'll get you your scale.
Well,
we could
let's
swim.
let's find Zekian and then make our way out of the Feywilds. What was that, Nanon?
We could swim. The purple one was saying we could swim, and I am okay with swimming.
That's a
Swimming
long-
sounds.
I think that distance is much bigger than you all think it is. I think that
That's a-
distance is on the order of like 20 miles per.
We could tie
Segment.
weights to our legs and then walk under the water.
You
Each
still
of
have
these
to breathe.
hexes are about 20 miles.
I can cast a spell and we can walk on the water.
And I can make it 20.
We walk
Or
miles.
we
in
can,
the
or
water,
we can
and
just
if we get tired, then we just hold the breath for really, really long, and then rest there.
or we just charter a boat and it brings us across the sea.
With what money?
I can't imagine
This
a
doesn't
boat is
seem
that
right, Goog.
expensive.
Huh?
This distance scale does not seem right, does it?
I've also got 30 platinum.
I
Measuring a
would
measure.
I feel like
say
that's probably plenty.
I would say that we should
You're
avoid
right.
the water at all costs.
40 miles.
Then we can't go to Ackervern.
You feel the world embiggening as you talk. This feels like
Wait,
it's
is it
getting
40
further and
40
further
miles
away.
from
the
So you're
here?
more
saying
we-
like Valera for scale? This place is like comically small.
Yeah. I think this is getting
Because
better.
we would have to go through over the mountains, through the poisonous wilds, over another set of mountains into Ackervern to avoid going through the water.
I mean, I did like I mean, I don't like flying at all,
60
but
miles.
out of all the options, avoiding the water where the Water Lord and the heralds of the Water Lord are likely at their strongest seems wise to me.
And also cat.
Yeah, also, I don't like flying. I also don't like water by my nature.
So instead of
Thank
avoiding the water entirely, why don't we just go to the place where the water is shortest? Because that's
And then fly over the water
Uh,
We know
without
an
you
angry
really don't like
Wait.
water.
what if does PETA
You
know of
know-
any teleportation circles? We can always ask him.
Yeah, we know a few wizards that might be able to just snap his fingers and bring us there. If we pay
I
him
mean,
enough.
you can ask him. He is back in.
I wasn't
Emberwell.
asking you if I can ask him. I'll ask him if I want to. What are you, his keeper?
I barely know him. I met him
Exactly.
once.
I'm not asking your permission to ask PETA.
But I'm also
You asked me if I knew whether PETA knew any
It was
teleportation. I
kind
don't
of
know
it
PETA.
was a royal you. I knew the answer. It was a good idea. I was waiting for you to acknowledge it.
Probably.
You
There's
know,
also that
we-
wizard in not Greymouth.
Omni Bridge?
Alscar.
No.
Onibridge is way the
Alscar.
fuck out.
Yeah, that's not what I was thinking of. It starts with an O.
Who
knows? Yes. That
Wormsaller,
place.
Oh, right.
the place where we fought.
Been to Ormsdorf.
So there's a
Um,
wizard there that we might be able to talk to as well.
With the help of wizards and the teleportation circles. Ain't no mountain high. Ain't no fellow low enough to keep us from getting.
To
Well,
I got to.
I mean,
We can always check with a Fae. I mean, don't Fae love to teleport? Is that racist?
I guess that is a. It's like these are like it's like a mirror, right? This is like a weird mirror world to the this. So I guess that might just mean that we cross Fey waters then, which sounds
probably
even
worse.
worse. All right, we have to get back to the material plane.
do
in
any of
the
us know
water,
anything about Acrobat?
We would get super yummy smelling.
Super yummy.
Like barbecue.
make history check.
Oh,
On the world?
Yes. Oh,
World
Opal asked a
history.
question.
It's in high
No,
school.
Opal asked a
Forehead.
question. A question there.
Is
No.
this
I was
a-
asking if anybody
Any of
knows anything about Acrovern. That was an
I
open question
recall.
to anybody.
To all who wish
I
to
recall
think.
some information about them having a pretty solid access to healing things. I think
That was
might have-
Medalsa.
that was Medalsa. Medalsa salsa. Understood.
Medalsa salsa.
Love it when God comes in and corrects our
Thanks.
mistaken belief.
Geographic
Thanks,
know
Jay.
would be like
Well, actually, you would all know what's in the primer, so you would know that much at the very least without having to roll on it.
19? No?
You might know a little more, but first, you would all know that the primer of the stuff is accurate. It is a major trade hub located on the eastern shore of Valerica. Ships come and go from its docks to the far continent of On, as well as further up the coast to trade with the dwarves of Juan Kari to the north, and some smaller settlements in the south. So what you know largely about it is a trade hub. It is a kind of a renowned point of trade for those places. Because of this, a lot of drifters come in and by, and this is kind of what your extended knowledge would be. It has an extensive criminal underbelly because of this. The association actually has a huge grip in Acrovern. It's kind of its main place, really. It's where they be chilling, being chilling, in fact. So
Some
lots of
business in there.
crime, lots of lowlifes, and lots of drifters who are always roaming around. The
It's a
controlling clan, to make sure I get the name right here. Where did I put all those clans? I thought I put it in there. I thought I put it in the primer, but I guess not. I'll have to go to my journal. Here we go. Maybe. Here we go. There we go. Clan Esseric is renowned for, well, despite running one of the most profitable holds within Alarica structure, it is one of the most gold heavy producing cities just from trade. The clan has been renowned to be a little bit lax on certain regulations and certain crime and certain. They kind of effectively allowed the crime to fester there because it has made it more profitable for them. Little bit of a known secret that they're kind of a corrupt clan. But they fulfill their duties to Alarica. That's all that matters.
So they're probably working with the Water Lord. Just an assumption.
yeah, or a herald, at least a herald.
Great.
mean-
we can convert a whole city.
How do we propose to convert anybody?
We just
I guess
Put
that's
people in
for
front of
Zeke
them.
to come up with.
talk.
I mean, maybe we don't have to convert them to a specific religion. It makes it easier, I guess.
Oh no,
we can
that's.
just kind of show them that they're
that's-
working on the bad news.
I think it's literally the point to convert them to the Lantern King or Ing, so that they get
Or Simonia.
stronger.
Is there someone else?
Another eldest.
I mean, I just feel like it might be good enough to just not let Ragadon have it. I mean, as like, we can set the bar to give it to Ing or the Lantern King, whichever. But also, still rate it as a success if it's just like they don't have faith in the Water Lord.
And have it in some mumia and the spirit scale.
Sure, but there is a risk there. We don't know if they need the followers to, if something does happen and there's a confrontation between the eldest, if they need those followers to actually put up a fight.
Okay, this is fair. We prioritize any lizard folk that we know to follow Simonia. And then the rest is like, hey, whatever you feel like, dude.
Do we know like the legends about how the eldest were like created? Or did they just spring out of the ground, fully functioning, or
I don't think anyone's rolled on this. So I would allow a. Wait a minute. Have I told you this? I told somebody this. Maybe I just told you this. Did I tell everybody that, or was that just you that I told that?
Tell
Matt.
about what?
I don't know. I mean, I
That
know.
might have been a. Yeah, you know. Mook knows. I'll let you roll for it anyways. Go ahead and make a nature check. It's most appropriate for like primal nature lore, but you could use history here. It's not that much of a higher DC with a history roll.
fucking nature checks are disgusting?
With a 21, you are aware of the historical texts that have been gathered about the First World. The First World is essentially the first draft of reality. When it was created, so too were the eldest. But they were created by. I think I did say this. Actually, I'm kind of going crazy a little bit. Maybe I did. Maybe this is new. Maybe this is new
think you did.
information. But the eldest were created by the outsider gods, because they were when they created this first the first draft, the first world, and the first world overlaps all of the prime material. And every version and every part of the prime material has its own first world version.
Wait, so did like certain outsider gods have like their little eldest that they made themselves personally?
No, it's that the outsider gods as a collective made the first world as like a let's make a plane, like let's make a
plane.
thing.
It was
And
the
so
first
they
draft.
did, and it was it's the rough draft. And so then they made their own entities that were basically designed to govern over it. And then when they're like, yeah, I think we got it figured out, then they abandoned it entirely. And the eldest
all
were
good.
left basically completely in control because the outsider gods completely abandoned the first world entirely and instead made the material
Prime
plane as a
material,
copy
yeah.
of it, but
It's the better version.
fixed.
It has a new
Material
cycle of it doesn't have
is
the cycle of
version
rebirth.
2.
It has a perpetual giving give and take of like souls.
That's why there's an equivalent like of location in the first world to the prime material because prime material is just the Feywild V2.
copied over.
They
It's like
just
Control
copied
C,
it.
Control V, and then they edit
Correct.
it, and it's like the new update version essentially.
But they are only dealing with the material plane because that's the only one they give a shit about. So the first world is completely governed by the eldest because the outsider gods have left it alone. But the outsider gods created the eldest, so they are infinitely more powerful. And then the eldest kind of went off their rails and made things like the Tane.
And eldest have like within their own like products have garnered power. That's what these courts are essentially. Like they the more followers. Like the only reason the eldest are weaker than gods is because they don't have as many followers as
There's
the
a
gods.
fixed amount of Fey.
And exactly. But if you theoretically, that's why the gods can get more powerful because the prime material allows them to have new souls being created, new spotlights growing, thus exponentially scaling up their power levels.
And I think it was pointed out like pretty obviously that the reason why the eldest give a shit about these tiers is that the tiers are a product of the eldest fucking with the material plane,
Yes.
and that the tiers are also equivalent to souls of the Fae. And since there are a fixed amount of Fae, an eldest getting a tier is essentially having a physical form of followers, quote unquote. So they care about these tiers the same way they would about 30 Fae, for example.
Right.
That type of thing. So that's why they care about the tiers, because they're just a measure of followers, quote unquote. They're like batteries,
They are
In
a
a
higher unit.
loose way.
Correct.
Platinum
But
instead
yeah,
of
that was
gold.
pretty like obviously pointed out.
Um,
And then
Well-
Zeke knows a little bit more about the tiers since his memory thing, but we haven't gotten into it.
so we have
True.
at least a kind of plan. Go to Akravern and track down Revivillon. And after that, Xanthus. We take care of that vampire creep that's been bothering us since day one.
I heard vampire crepe, and that's very funny.
Tasty.
True.
He's a very thin amount of batter cooked very fast, and
You got that
And he's
Nutella
vampiric,
going on.
his fangs. What?
But before you roll up, it goes, what?
What?
Whoa.
What? It's me, the crip.
Have you guys talked to him? Does he have a canon voice?
No,
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 I've never even seen
Well,
him, heard of him.
Sounds like it's Hank Hill to me.
we have seen
Seen him.
Xanthus. We had a couple sentences with him, but never like a long conversation.
Wait,
Talk
with,
to
with-
him.
with-
Xanthus?
with
Was
Revivillon?
Xanthus or
Xanthus,
Revivillon?
you have.
Revivillon.
No,
Yeah,
Xanthus, yeah, we
absolutely.
have seen. Revivillon, no, the only person that really knows about him is me.
Correct.
Yeah.
And well,
Um,
you guys all have read the letter that was like, hey, this guy exists there.
Xanthus, we tried to counterspell so we could die right there.
Correct.
Should have could have ended all this
Wouldn't let
early.
me do it.
Serpent King accessories.
Or actually, Nipsis, can you like see further than other people? Like
The fuck do you mean?
could you
Like telescope eyes. Do you
Is
have
this racist?
you have like binocular vision?
could your god allow you to see like a whole person like across the planet?
No, they could
More
they could let me see a person across plains within like 30 feet of me. That's kind of cool. For an hour.
Doesn't Marana literally have Eyes of the Eagle?
I'm asking for a scry.
Oh,
You've seen Nef's Scry, I think.
no, I don't think I have scried because I it's so expensive. Everything's so
Oh
expensive.
yeah, you don't have the orb. That's
Focus
right.
worth at least 1,000 gold pieces.
Yeah, the cleric
just
is
so
the
poor.
goldomancer.
Guys, give me all the gold, please. I need diamonds. I need the
God
pearls.
needs our money. I'm asking for a donation for the church so I can buy. a
It's for
spell.
scrying.
I promise.
Why don't we try and get some funds together, Nipsis? You know, and we might need to take like a week to find something to kill it and then get money for it. Maybe I might have something for that actually. Because if we can get Nipsis money, he's already a powerhouse. He could be a lot more dangerous if he had the funds to be able to keep up with it.
Did you ever get the money from
I mean, I can just give you
Orano?
800 gold.
Oh, you could. All right, so we can. So we got the.
How much gold? What?
I have
1500.
41 platinum and 440 gold, and 7 electrum,
So that's about
55
900 gold,
silver,
a little under.
Holy shit.
and 104 copper.
Let's go shopping.
Rasta, did you ever get the money from Ferrano for?
If it helps you
Killing-
out, Zeke has significantly more gold than that.
If it helps you out, you're in one of the most expansive markets in the multiverse.
Zeke has a fucking incredible amount of money. He's way richer than.
Guys, I just thought of something. Let's get a crystal
I thought I
ball.
was-
Over a
What?
1,000.
Let's get a fucking crystal ball.
Yeah.
All right, sure. And then also we should probably find Zeke. I don't want him to go wandering off.
He's just
He's literally
spreading-
got
asked the
well
Lantern King
over
for money.
1,000 gold. Like he's
Jesus.
He's just
Who asked the
this
Lantern King for
fucking
money?
gold mine on a drug bender in the first world.
I thought we were broke.
Luckily, no
I
one
haven't
here
asked
gives
for.
a shit about gold.
We-
but like,
We've
he
been
has all the
floating
money.
with no diamonds. We're so lucky there's not been a combat. I don't know. I haven't asked for gold because I thought we were all poor.
I didn't know that we were short on money. I didn't. Nobody's asked me.
A long time ago, Zeke
know
was
you were
given a
poor.
chest that was titled Party Funds, and he has held it forever. And
Oh
at
my
some
God.
point, I got bored of holding it as an item, so I just added its gold value to mine.
Big.
And he's got a lot of money.
Zeke's
much?
embezzling. Wait a minute.
Embezzling body funds.
Hold on, let me actually roll
No
up how
one
much gold you
asked
guys
for
can
it
take.
yet.
Embezzling or government funds.
Well, I will just give you my 41 platinum and 440 gold.
You can use the trade power to do that.
Can I?
Yes.
Will it fuck up and will I lose all my money?
By the way, no. But also, press C. Oh, I told you this
okay,
already.
location.
I can't wait to see how much this encumbers me.
Oh, you have to drag. If it open party location, drag and drop like a square to like deselect, and then press C, and it should open your character sheet.
Oh.
No, not that bad. Oh, okay.
That was very easy. Wait, what does he do? Oh, it does open.
Opens your character sheet quickly.
Good functionality.
Good. Thanks,
Okay.
you, Matt. Thank you, Matt. Matt found that.
Yep.
All right. One other just thing that we should be just thinking about. This is Revifalon. Revifalon, I feel like, is not a savory dude, and as not a savory dude in a city of other not savory people, I think that we may have a harder time getting to Revifalon in the city, surrounded by other people that may support Revifalon or Revifalon's what he represents. So we should think of a way to get access to Revifalon alone, or to get Revifalon out of the said city, or something along those lines, assuming that they are even there, because it's been a long time since we learned that they were in that area. They may have moved on since then.
Yes. So it's information gathering. That's why I wanted. So that's why I think it's important that we have Nepsis get this ball for him to scry, because then I can just tell him what he looks like. I've got a likeness. I know his personality. I was going to be stalking this person for months.
Okay.
I
Alright.
know a
Well,
lot about him.
Let's go do it. We
Okay,
ready? Let's go get
let's-
Zeke and go do these things. That we
Yep, let's
first
go.
item
Let's
doing.
skedaddle. We're burning daylight.
So,
Did we ever figure out what they accept as currency here? Or
I don't know.
No.
I
Names,
really don't like.
probably.
okay.
What's up, Nolan?
Okay, so you know the reverse is ne. So well. He's not savory. Do you think he is sweet?
Oh
Unfortunately,
no,
it is a different type of savoriness that
very.
that this individual is lacking. I'm
He's
sure that
an
if you were
acrid
to
man.
bite into them, they would be about as savory as anybody else. Maybe a little bitter.
Acrid, bitter.
Like a sweet bitter, like dark chocolate?
No,
No.
like a
Trash.
what's it? Grapefruit. Trash also works. I hate grapefruit. Disgusting.
I ate a lot of things that a lot of other people throw out.
Let's find Zeke.
as you walk down and you see Zeke around the stump, still in his stupor, but he's a little more aware at this point.
How you
Have
doing,
3
buddy?
rounds.
Mm-hmm.
Zekian?
What?
Hey,
What?
we're going to skedaddle back to the material plane. Got a plan.
Right. Is it a good one?
We
Honestly?
think so.
Honestly, probably not.
Is
Yeah, it's
But
not
it's the best.
surprising.
But it's the best we got.
Okay, give me a second. And Zeke is going to like flop over onto his back, and I'm going to expend 5 points of my lay on hands to cure the poison that is affecting me.
Cleansing the drugs from your
The
system.
disease or poison, whichever one this thing is.
And after a moment, your senses restore, and you're ready to go.
And then he'll stand up and brush himself up like nothing happened. Okay. Care to fill me in? What are we doing?
Let's fill
we
you
know
in
for a
on the road.
Yep.
Can you at least tell me why we're doing this?
Yeah.
As
So
you start walking.
describing the plan of tracking down the water lords because it will weaken Revifalon for us to be able to actually potentially seal them away.
Ragadon?
So we're tracking down the water lords because without followers, he's significantly less powerful.
Yeah, I don't care.
And in the process of doing so, converting any we can followers of the Green Mother or Ragadon to either Ing or the Lantern King.
Unless they are Kikwala, of which we will talk them into some money.
Essentially to reduce the power of the Green Mother and the Water Lord. And in doing so, make it easier for us to overcome both.
That makes a little more sense.
So we can. We're
How do
going
you intend to
go out-
convert them? You got wishes to hand out?
Well, converting the Water Lords is less of a thing, or converting the Heralds, not so much. That's more of a behead the snake sort of deal.
Who else is a follower of the Waterlord? I haven't met any.
I haven't either. There's potentially that the city we're going to probably has a decent number of them. So
So we're gonna kill a city?
no, not kill. We just said convert.
And what if
Unless-
they don't?
Then we kill them. I mean,
Then we kill the
it's
city.
unlikely to be the whole fucking city.
You said it, not me.
I said there will be people in the city.
Even if we can't convert everyone, I think demonstrating the that even despite not having a wish, that we're able to defeat a Herald of the Waterlord might show the power of Ing and the Lantern King in a convincing enough way that it might sway them without having to kill them. That would be an ideal situation. And in the worst case scenario, even if we're not able to fully sway them to change their allegiance, at the very least, their most powerful member will be no more. And that
So
will
we just kill the leaders until the rest of them fear us enough to do what we want.
I mean, it worked in the Living Green.
I mean, if we Opal's kind of right, if we can overcome these wishes that Ragadon's giving his followers, then we look better.
Look,
Then
clearly.
Makes Ing look better. Makes the Lantern King look better.
Well, to be
makes
fair,
him-
the Lantern King isn't really giving them wishes per se. He's giving them wishes in the face, and so it's never
He's not
really
going to
what they
give them
want.
anything.
Yeah.
We're not converting them to the Lantern King. That's a waste of time and stupid. It'll just turn into a bigger problem down the line.
Also, still got material playing gods. Yeah, I mean, the Fey ones are more in our favor, but if
Right.
Yeah,
Uh,
if you can actually get them to do anything, that'd be great.
Yeah, well, that will be part of it. And also we're gonna use some funds to help Nessus be able to help us track the things down that we need to in order to actually achieve these goals to weigh the balance
Up
of
and
power away from
Oh,
the
just-
Waterlord and from the Queen.
Just curious, because you said you're walking. Where are you walking to? Are you walking back the way you came to the Lantern King's Grove to get out?
Oh, I
Or
thought we
you're
were
gonna walk-
going into the market, at least to
Okay.
check what they
Gotcha.
took for currency.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. Just making sure.
Um,
and you go for it.
When we get done with our planning conversation, Morana's gonna not pull Zeke, but kind of get him off to the side. I'm sorry that didn't go the way you sort of wanted it to go, but do you still have your horns with you?
Yeah.
Can I see them,
No,
please?
that doesn't change anything. The answer's still no.
Okay, well, this is from Ing, and I'll hand you the balm stuff that he gave me.
What is it?
He said that if
Is
you
it
put
worth
it
the
on your
lives of 30 Fae?
no,
Then I don't want it. I wanted to give me something significant, something that matters for what I gave
don't-
him.
Zeke,
let
I don't
people
want
be
him to feel
kind
any
to
sort
you
of
for
sick
once, man.
satisfaction, think that he's helped me out in any way when he hasn't.
I told you before we came here that they weren't gonna do anything.
Yeah, but I needed to see it for myself. Like I said before, I'll do it myself. I don't need the eldest. Clearly, they're not going to do anything. In fact, I'm actually starting to doubt that this whole Ragadan thing and the whole thing with the Green Mother is even that difficult, frankly. I think we've just been living in countless lifetimes of fear and a belief that they're as powerful as they claim to be, but from what I've seen, they can't do anything. The Lantern King can lie and make pictures. King can spout riddles that don't actually have any answers. The Waterlord can't even walk without having 40 people chanting his name, promising wishes that he doesn't grant. As far as I can tell, these elders are just a bunch of figureheads. I
Yeah.
don't actually know the last time someone's tried to kill an eldest, because
And
we've
if
all
there
been
is a
too
way to
scared
kill
to
them,
try.
they're
and
not
I
gonna
don't see a
tell it
lot
to
of
us.
reason.
We have to find it ourselves.
Yeah, so I'm just
Is
gonna
it-
walk in and I'm just gonna kill her,
What?
the Green Mother.
No.
Yeah,
You're gonna let us help you, and we're gonna figure out a way to kill her,
great.
so you don't
You
walk in
all
and
can
get killed
walk in with
again.
me, and we're gonna kill her and be done with it. And
Zeke,
then
the
once
last
that's
time you
done,
did
we
this,
can
you
go to
died.
Ragadan. the last time I messed with the Green Mother, she still didn't do anything. She had my family kill me.
They didn't even kill you.
We tried.
There are worse fates than death.
Yeah.
It's a private
I don't disagree with what you want, but at least let us help you.
I'm not declining their help. I'm just not seeing how you're helping. All I see you're doing is distracting.
No, I need to find out how. If we can figure out how to do it, then you're not walking into a death trap.
The way I think about it is we walk in and I take her head off with the glaive.
No, you walk in and then you die, and then
From what?
Resta rushes in to help you before you die,
is
and then
she
she
gonna do?
dies, and then I go to save Resta, and then I die, and then the Nan comes to save us, and then she dies, and then we all die.
Great. And then at least an elders would have done something. Until they actually do something, I'm frankly convinced I could just walk into the Lantern King's tent and just kill both of them, because as far as I can tell, none of them have done anything ever. How is the Green Mother going to kill me? Describe it. What can she do?
Zeke, you couldn't even kill an orc. He broke your horns off. And so now
Okay,
you're picking a
then.
bigger enemy?
She's not bigger. She's just convinced you she's bigger.
Okay,
If you
enemy
can
of the
tell
same
me what the
size.
Green Mother can do, I'll listen. But you can't. Because she doesn't do anything. Go on, prove me wrong. What does the Green Mother do?
What happened to your memories?
Oh, I know what she does. She convinces people that she's who she is and get them to do what she wants out of fear. Out of fear that they can't fight against her. What you're feeling. Fear. Nothing more.
Zeke, I can make people afraid of me too. It's a useful combat mechanic.
Sure. That's it. Have you ever done that to kill someone? Have you ever feared someone to death? No, you haven't.
Before you met me.
Whatever. Point is, you can avoid it all you want. You don't know what the Green Mother can do because you've never seen or heard of what can she do because she can't do anything. All you've heard is what she gets other people to do. A bunch of blind fae.
Zeke, you can say that about anything.
No, I can tell you what you can do. You can tell people what I can do. I can
Because
tell
I've seen
anyone
you do
what
it,
any
but-
of us can do. Yeah, everyone in Emberwell can tell everyone what we do. No one in Emberwell can tell you what their own god can do. It's all propaganda,
guess-
Marana.
We're keeping you from killing yourself. Again.
You can try.
Great. Great. It's my favorite pastime, actually. Making sure my friends don't die. Lovely.
Out of all of them, you're the only one I've saved. I hope you enjoyed Disney.
She's alright. Better than
At
What
least she's
could have
done
been?
something. At least for you.
she did something for you too.
Curse me? You're right. At least she can do that. That's more than the Green Mother.
Oh my god. You're always so angry.
Yeah, I am angry. I've got lifetimes of anger. What are you trying to do? Talk me down?
No.
Then what are you doing?
Telling you that we're gonna help you, but you never seem to believe it.
I believe that you'll try. Are we done
Okay.
here?
Sure.
Great.
I'm keeping this solution note that the Ing gave me. So I will add that to my inventory.
Ing solution. Ing bomb.
Oh.
But you all begin to trek forward into the hub of the witch market here. And ooh, where will
Discord died.
Wow, he's
again.
really pissed.
I think
Really pissed.
did I do that?
No. Discord does
Good.
this.
I accidentally clicked you and like made you bigger, and then as soon as I did that, you disappeared, and I was like, oh no, did I just
No.
ban him or something?
My Discord and like resetting. It just goes like the Discord gray, like the loading
Oh,
screen, like it's
yeah.
updating, but it just
Yep.
does it like every now and
I've
then.
had
Like it
that
did
happen.
earlier.
It was like it was losing connection for like a split second. It was weird. But anyways,
So I don't know, but it tends to just automatically reconnect in like a few seconds. So if I dip out, give it 5 seconds.
moving into the market of the witch market here, you see various signs and various planar travelers all making trades. There are some things being traded for coins, but the more valuable things, anything magical or anything besides anything of a particularly like high cost, seem to have interesting costs from what you can gather. It varies based on item, but it can be anything from an organ, a memory, a portion of memories. It can be personality traits. It could be you gain a personality trait. There's a lot. There's a lot of like deals to be made here. But there are also some things that can be purchased with coin. It just depends on the value of what you're trying to get.
Do they sell like spells and stuff?
Spell scrolls and stuff like that, yeah.
Sick. Okay.
Now this market has just about anything you could imagine. Frankly, besides like maybe some legendary and some very rare items. Like it's got a lot. It's got a lot. It's just the more rare, the more valuable it is, and the more valuable it is, the more the cost. And the cost can get high. That's all.
Zeke's keeping an eye out for like a smith, like a weapon maker. But like one that, you know, would stand out, not just someone who's like hammering ironwood into stuff. He's looking his eye for something significant.
Yeah. Make an investigation check.
Fair enough.
-1. You like walk around the bend to try to find something, and then you take a turn, and like somehow you're just face to face with the party again.
Okay.
Okay.
Truly the worst result possible.
You really
Yeah.
got me there, huh?
Especially
You
for
really had
him.
an envelope in my face, huh? Can't even
Oh,
just
God,
park
why?
in the
Oh,
mall without
no.
running back into these people.
This is the worst result.
You guys are like a bad itch.
I was
No
looking
matter how
for
much I scratch at you, keep coming back.
Anything else?
Anything else would have been better.
Top of the morning to you, Acne. Welcome back.
Oh,
He doesn't actually say that.
Okay.
He doesn't have acne. His skin is immaculate.
It's a Faye thing.
Yeah, is there anybody selling oh, what do I need exactly?
Crystal.
A crystal ball, a silver mirror, or a font filled with holy water.
How much is the crystal ball?
1,000 GP.
You're gonna have to give something weird for that. What's the other cost of the things?
Just 1,000 GP for any of those.
It's any of those
any
three
of
that are worth
those?
1,000 GP.
Oh
yeah.
yeah. Those are all gonna be. That's gonna be a weirdo thing you're gonna have to give. Up to
Yeah.
you if you want to start bargaining.
Sure, but I want them to go first.
Cool. You've stumble across a hag that is peddling a crystal ball of the cost that you need. This. I almost don't want to let it go. It's been in my family for generations. My coven have always loved the results from this ball. You'll have to offer something pretty tasty to even get me to consider giving it up.
Okay. What about my ability to play music?
It's okay. What else? I'll consider that. We'll say, just more. But we'll say that I'll take that for now. And she takes it out of you and puts it on a scale. It's got a little bit of a weight to go. Anything else?
I could probably give you like 25 years worth of memory, but an early
Do
one.
I
Help
get to
Nexus?
choose? Do I get to choose which memories?
Just early.
I like it if I get 25 years. If, in fact, if you let me pick and choose the 25 years of memories that you forget, I will consider that a healthy portion of the way.
Nessus goes and to grab his musical talent back. He's like, I don't really think I like that offer.
Damn. Well, if you have
What
anything
would a
else, I'm
name
always
be
here to
like
bargain.
to you?
A name? Not very much in the grand scheme of things, unless it's an important name, special
This is
name.
my first name.
What about his ability to lie? Take all of his centuries of deceit.
I've
You
lied
go
a
to
lot.
I can tell you'd still. That's too easy, little Saronite. And he taps your head. Not going to be that easy to fool me. I've been haggling for a while, and with clerics of all kind.
Haggling. I like
Get
it.
it? Haggling.
It's a
Mhm.
funny
That's
thing.
part of the origin of the word.
Mm. But your first name also. More.
Nobody else knows this name here.
That isn't to make it. No one knows what I have in my pocket. Does that make it intrinsically valuable?
Possibly.
What would you give me for what's in my pocket?
I would give you what is in my pocket.
Oh,
That seems
Been through
like a good deal.
It could potentially be a very good deal
here I think I've
for
got
one of
something.
us.
And Nessus will take out his wife's skull and put it on there.
Whoa.
Be like- This is the skull of the love of my life.
Yes, I thought you had plans for that.
Yeah,
Give me that. Give me your musical talent, and let me take 5 years that I choose.
All of that.
you're asking too much. Let
1
me be a
year that I
mediocre
choose.
musician.
Bad musician.
Tolerable musician.
A musician that you're like, he's playing, but then when it gets going, you don't notice it so much.
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay, and I still get my 5 years?
Nexus don't bugging memories.
No years.
No years at all.
No years at all.
Don't even give her a minute.
Then you're on the edge. You're on the edge, but I just need something a little more to sweeten the pot. Perhaps your eyeball?
I mean, we got the gold. We can just go to a different seller.
I guess.
agree.
If you have other options.
I've got a weird request.
Hmm.
If we want to step away from this deal and go into another one. I have been desperately trying to find a way to amplify my psychic powers. I don't think they're strong enough. She gave me a method to make it better. More hurt
Yes,
more.
I could
do more.
probably track something down like that. Wouldn't be hard here. I have contacts. What would you give?
Hmm.
Do you want to take your stuff back there, other guy, or do you have any other offers?
I
Let's
do.
finish that deal.
No,
Deal finished. But you, new deal. What will you give?
oh shit.
It's hard when you don't know if you have anything of value.
That's the problem. Well, it is lovely music you're playing. I would have been so remiss to take it away from the world. But it could have been nice.
But I'm bitter.
Tell you what, take my card. We'll put a pin in this
Oh, no,
deal,
another
and
one.
it's just a simple thing. You take the card, and if you come up with anything that you want to give, you could write it down on this card. And if
I
you
have-
give enough, you will receive.
I have a thing I could give.
Oh,
Do you
let's hear
mind
it.
if I? It's a tad embarrassing. Do you mind if I whisper it to you?
Nope.
Or
Want to hear it
actually,
all? Put it out. It's even better this way.
fine.
Even more tasty.
You know,
Growing up-
Rissa, she could still just say no, and then the secret's out for nothing.
True.
Miranda was probably going to find that some way or another.
Okay, just making sure you know what you're getting into. It's a fact. Don't take
Aye.
the card, by the way.
No, I.
Give this
Um,
away, Resta.
So growing up, I only had one friend. Maybe someone that was more than a friend. And my times with them are very precious to me. I'm willing to forget.
What about something a little more fun? What if instead we change the little details a bit? Instead of remembering this individual as someone who loved and cared for you, how about they're your worst tormentor? They're the one that was the meanest, the most spiteful, the one that made you feel the worst. How about that instead?
I mean, honestly, it would still be kind of true. I guess it would just kind of change a little.
That's good. And then, there's still that's a good start. It's a good start. But I would need more. It's a good start, though.
Unfortunately, I don't exactly have a whole lot of value.
Damn.
I have a pretty simple life and a very small set of skills, but I need those.
As do many who come seeking power from the market, but again, card's still here if you want to just dwell on it for a while.
Do you know the
I've-
Mother of Tears?
She's from a different coven, and I don't appreciate you mentioning her name here.
Figured she was. She gave me a much better deal than what you're offering my friends.
Well, she doesn't operate at the witch market, does she, anymore?
I don't even know what you got from her.
We could probably just go ask her, you guys. She probably has everything that we need anyway.
If
I've
you want to
already-
talk to an unlicensed hag, go for it.
I've already made a deal with somebody else. I was being a tad impatient. I'm sure he'll be good for it. So we'll just. Thank you for your time.
Well, fine. But can I at least have a finger for my trouble? I did a lot of haggling here.
It is very expensive to only just talk to you.
Yeah, and
A lot of time,
you didn't make any
certainly.
deals. You're a bad haggler.
Well, could I have a finger anyways? I'm hungry.
That is a terrible offer. I am also very hungry, but I don't go asking my friends and random people that I talk to for their finger. Well,
Is that
no,
true?
That's not true.
I-
No, I guess I do.
Yeah, you get
I
it.
do recall you actually asking someone for their finger at some point
Yeah.
for like a snack.
Yes, that does sound fair.
I'm
Okay.
You get it. So can I have your finger?
no.
Now that you understand the impulse and the relation?
You want to try it? I have never tried hag finger.
I could give you a hag finger.
I'm going another prime
Is
material.
it fresh? Is it
It's
pickled?
edible. Yeah, well, maybe.
I mean, if we're trading meat,
I could pickle your finger first.
it does
that'll
not
be
sound
fair.
even trade.
You're getting more. You're getting a finger plus the pickling process. I'm just getting a finger. I'm losing out here. I have to do more labor.
Pickling loses the flavor and the juices. You're replacing the juices with pickled juices.
Not true. You can pickle in many things.
That
And many
replaces
things
the
have many
juices with
flavor.
pickle.
Good flavors that you can induce that are not just pickly. They could be other things, like turnips.
But
You
people
guys, are we
turn up
actually
and
doing
still
something of
Turnip
value
juice.
here, or are we just wasting more time?
The
This
nun.
is becoming a problem with you all.
I think we'll be stuck here for a while.
I'm just saying, it's not even trade. I want fresh for fresh.
Agreed. So let's go back to the prime material where they'll take money.
Fine, if you're such a stickler about our customs, racist.
It's mostly
Don't argue. Let's just go.
that's fair. Thank you.
Damn.
I
Well.
know the worth of my fingers. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Come back soon.
Goodbye.
All right, we going to the prime material?
Get the fuck out of here.
How about? Gonna walk all that long way you came to get here?
Zeke,
What?
do you know? Kinda did it before. Could you?
No.
No.
Yeah, we're walking back. That's where our dragonflies are. Dragonfly.
Oh shit, that's right. That's true. Got to walk back. Can't leave the dragonflies behind like we did our horses.
I mean, yeah, we
Yeah,
will.
horses are fun.
Someday.
So,
And soon, actually.
Question, Ooh.
yeah.
How long was the whole conversation with the eldest and then my drug trip?
3 or 4 hours total.
Would a short rest would have been able to happen in there at some point?
While you were by the stump, probably, yeah.
Cool. Thanks.
Let's get that. Let's get it all.
We go back through the portal.
Yep.
Okay. It's a long reversal trek. One that takes many hours. In fact, you'll have to press on into exhaustion hours if you're going to walk all the way back, or you're gonna have to find a camp, a place to rest because it is late. It's like 10 o'clock.
It is
What?
still in the Feywild, or in the first world, rather.
Mhm.
Oh, I mean, we can
I could
rest.
stop around.
Where are you
Maybe
gonna rest?
I will look for a place.
Just like in the wilderness of the Feywild, or like within the city?
Maybe
Zeke,
city
what would you
adjacent.
recommend?
What?
Did you ask me or Zeke?
Zeke,
What would I recommend?
yeah, or should we just press as far as we can?
I recommend we
rest and
get out of the
then continue?
Feywild. You don't belong here. I don't belong here.
So push on and take like an extra day, or I guess maybe if we have to take a longer journey, we can nap on the way there.
Yeah, what, you're tired? Get over it.
All right, let's go.
Somehow. Right.
Right.
Pressing
If we
on.
need to take an hour break here and there for you to catch your breath, fine. But
So, the
sleeping
reversal
in the Feywild, don't do that.
The reversal of the journey begins as we press on. It starts as you make your way to the edge of the city. You see the great cliff, the eternal cliff. It goes up and up and up, and the other way, the door there. You can open it again.
Once we get to that door, yeah, Zeke's gonna
Oh,
he's
the
gonna
bird.
ready that Earthbind spell.
It's true. As you head through, let's just see if the birdie saves, or if we have to pull out that map.
Sure.
Oh, it's actually still around. I thought it would have.
This combat's gonna happen.
The banishment didn't work. It stayed.
Yeah, it was
Oh yeah, we
banished.
banished it back to the fire plane.
It was banished? Someone banished?
Yeah.
Yeah, Marana
Oh.
banished it. But I don't
Yeah,
know if
then
it
no.
broke or not, so he was readying as the Earthbind either way.
Oh, true. I never rolled for to see if that roll. Let me see. Well, fuck it. Let's just see if it broke. It would have been 10 saves.
Banishment doesn't have a
It doesn't
saving
make a
throw after
save.
it.
Doesn't repeat
it
the
just-
save.
Not
As
just
long as
unless
What are you
Marana
talking
something
about
else is
breaking?
broken out.
Why are you telling me break things?
Because
Wow.
something else can do it. Basically, if Marana lost concentration.
I don't think anything would have caused her to. So
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
But just in case there's another one. Whatever.
There's
or even
not.
if there's not one, yeah, then Zeke, he used the spell slot either way.
As you come through the door, you see it has been fully banished. But going further through, the hours continue, and for this like the journey, need a Constitution saving throw for exhaustion, as it is getting later into your travels.
Don't worry,
Been
I'll just
wandering
hit
around for a
C.
while. Ha! Hit C for
I
character sheet.
will cast a resistance on.
Me?
Yes.
Trick.
Yo, I suck.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if we it's a little gamey, but if we know that the roll's coming up, I'll cast blessing. Before.
It makes sense a little bit. Like you see them starting to get tired, you put your hand on their shoulder and be like, "Hey, you can do this. You can make it through the rest of the journey."
I'll hit people. I'll hit whoever's got a bad con save with a bless. So it looks like oh, everyone kind of has a bad con save, huh?
Not me. I'm still bright-eyed, bushy, well, lizard tailed.
I'll just.
Yeah,
I'll,
definitely not Zeke because he's got a higher con mod than everyone else.
yeah.
It's
And Morana's
10.
got better as well.
The DC is 10 plus the number of hours pressed on, so it's just 10 right now.
Proficiency at con saves?
Oh, so with a bless, if that got to me, then I would pass.
Yeah, if you were under 10, you're bad. If you're not under 10, you're good.
Yeah, I would just hit the 3 people with the lowest. That's so Opal rested it on.
Is the sun
Actually,
starting to set? Right now, or is it nighttime
one-
already?
It's 1
already
a.m.,
been,
so it's
it's been night for a long time.
So how is Resta doing with the darkness?
No, it's true. Every once in a while, when you get to like a pouch of darkness outside of her vision, she just kind of is lurching out to it every once in a while. But she
Yeah.
can be dragged with you. But
I
it's
just-
hard for
Zeke
her to
is
keep.
always like a relatively constant beacon of light, small but still, just because I have the dagger that lights up when it's near Zeke.
Right, but if you see any darkness within
Right.
your like field of view, like if within your vision,
Yeah.
if there's like a patch of darkness somewhere, she does get fixated a little, or has a chance to get fixated.
Occasionally, you'll just see Resta just like stop moving and then be staring into shadows.
You have to kind of like pull her along. It's like it doesn't impact travel that much with you guys, but it does impact her ability to, perceive around her as she's traveling in anywhere that's dark. Yeah. So, that being said,
Through that damn portal.
you're all good on this particular leg of the journey. I am just trying to find. This is another reference I need to get in from the Volos. Is it? I can't even remember what fucking book it's in now. Is it
What?
guide?
Which thing-
It's Guide to Everything. It's Xanathar's, I think.
Is Xanathar's?
That has the travel exhaustion rules.
Once every 24
Mm.
hours.
That's what it
Um,
is. It's once every 24 hours.
Yep.
Mm. But isn't there one for pressing on, like traveling through? Yeah, no. There's
Oh,
one for
yeah.
24 hours, and then there's one for pressing on. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah,
God,
Force
imagine
March.
if we had a human.
Force March.
Oh God, letting a human roll on these exhaustions would be so cool.
That's what I needed. There we go.
Wait,
I
what?
think I have
No
those rules
humans.
actually.
Because Warriors Codex gives them advantage on these.
Mhm.
Gives an advantage. Yeah, here it
Oh.
is.
It's,
10
that's a
plus
travel
1
limit
for
of 8
each
hours
hour
a day.
past 8 hours. Yes.
Yeah.
So, cool. So, we'll need another one. You're going to need, this one is going to be a DC. I think the DC other one actually should have been higher because it would have been hours after. Yeah, it would have been. It would have been. But it's okay. Just roll another one. This DC's 15.
Another blast
this
for the
another-
same 3.
And do I also get resistance from none?
Yes.
I suck.
Beat 15 or gain a level of exhaustion.
Right, I got one.
I'm
You're
also at 1.
2/3 of the way there. You're coming so close. Oh, good. Looking good. Looking good.
This animal
think.
was not supposed to be in my room, and I don't know how she got here.
Sneak thief.
Yeah.
Very clever creatures.
And finally,
And simultaneously very dumb.
you were kind of walking through the massive sprouts of wildflowers that are larger than an ogre, and you're kind of pushing through that flowery forest until you are finally at the precipice of the blue mountainous terrain. You're at the last leg of your journey here, but it's another, Constitution saving throw. This time the DC is 16.
16. Whoa. We're doing
Exhaustion.
it one more time.
Another bless.
Hell yeah.
Oh, put it on who you're casting before any saves are rolled, of course. Because don't cheat.
No, it's the same 3.
It's the same
Oh,
3.
good.
Yeah, rest,
No
Opal, and
cheating.
Anon because they have the lowest con.
Yo, I am so bad. with levels
Nice.
of exhaustion.
Another level of exhaustion. This is reminiscent of the early campaign. It rhymes.
My constitution's even like better now.
Oof.
Else.
Zekin's getting a little sleepy.
Yeah, con saves are a beast. Having
Wait,
proficiency in con saves is huge.
It's good.
The
That's why we
blessing
take that
was
resilience,
on
baby.
Also
Rasta.
you.
Oh, and me. Which
Yeah.
comes in handy on the last round.
Actually, you have a D4.
You literally can't roll lower, so it doesn't matter.
Absolutely.
Your minimum is
So,
a 16.
with that, tired and worn out, you were at the edge of the portal once more as you return to that grove of the Lantern King. Look, there
Oh,
it is.
fuck.
Let me the hell out of here.
Oh, and now we have to make a wisdom save, don't we?
Leaving the Feywild as you are at the gateway here, you would.
What did 2 levels of exhaustion get me? The disadvantage on
reduce
saving
disadvantage.
throws?
ability and
Disadvantage
checks.
on attack rolls and stuff.
And speed halved.
Speed halved. Oh.
Yeah,
I
no,
will have
disadvantage on attack rolls is
resistance
3.
On
Oh, disadvantage. Okay, those are 3. It's just half speed.
Opal as resistance.
We also now have advantage
Yeah.
because Nefsis cast Beacon of Hope on our way through.
Yeet.
Okay.
And resistance on Opal,
Yes.
What does resistance do?
plus D4. Kind of like Bless, but
Yeah.
different.
For saves.
It's
yeah.
guidance, but for saves instead of skills.
Jesus, my rolling is fucking atrocious.
And then Nanan and Nefsis? Isn't couldn't
No, 'cause
remember if
I'm
Nefsis is-
elf tiefling
Okay,
flavored.
You're Fey enough?
Anyone under a 16?
Or
Nope.
16. Holy shit.
Nope. Looks good.
Oh, good. My resistance helped.
Absolutely. As you
It did.
get out into the grounds of the Lantern King's Labyrinth. That's what we'll call it for now. This is right on time.
10
But
o'clock
Nailed
on
it.
the number.
right on the
And
number.
I have 2 levels of exhaustion personally, so I am off to
Exactly.
bed.
You have a good night.
Night, everybody.
Well, now we're out of the Feywild, we can rest.
Yeah,
So
now that you're
Zeke won't
Feywild.
complain.
Absolutely. So you guys can, probably start chopping up there, getting some sleepies in. But that being said, fun game. Obviously, we missed a little bit of it in the beginning half, so we got through